I can't talk about it.
Can't talk about it? Why?
There's something I want to talk about, but I don't want to give these people my ideas.
Wow.
It's edge of the bed. Yeah.
You know what?
The community that follows GoNintendo,
Yeah.
they're very creative and they're very they're doers. You know, they're not just talkers. They're doers. They're people who do things.
You know what I like about these doers? They do things.
How do you eat high chews? Like this?
How you eat? All right. Let me get to where I'm supposed to be. What's Pokemon?
Gumshoes.
Gumshoes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well, that's easy
Detective
enough to
Pokemon.
remember.
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Peekapoo.
Pokemon.
Detective Pokemon.
All right, let's do this. 3, 2.
What the heck?
Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 735, the Gumshoes Podcast.
Get over here!
Into the microphone, please.
I'm doing the best I can.
How are you today, Ma Brain? Great.
I'm okay. Like I said, I just had like a really difficult run. Like it just
How difficult was it?
more difficult than being hungover with the flu, taking the SATs at 5 a.m. on a Sunday.
Okay.
My body is ready.
Ma Brain, tell us about shoes, please.
Mine was not. Gumshoes, for the record, when I look at Gumshoes, all I can see is our president.
Our president?
Yeah, he looks like our president.
There's another Pokemon that, well, let me see it. Is it like a weasel kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the I was going to say sequel. It's the evolution of last week's Pokemon,
Yeah.
which people also say looks like Trump.
Yeah,
But he's
well,
got
Because of the hair.
He's got the hair.
let's
Yeah.
not use that word on this podcast.
Please don't get into political stuff.
He's
I'm
got a
not.
cap.
I'm just
You are.
saying.
That is a political statement.
She said he looks like somebody.
Yes, I know, but she doesn't want me to
He
use
looks like that
Donald
old real
Trump's
estate
name.
tycoon.
Mr. Monopoly? Mom Brain, can you tell us about Gumshoes, please?
Gumshoes in the anime. Gumshoes debuted in Tatapa Totem as an ally
I am impressed.
as an ally Pokemon, where it was quickly defeated by Pikachu's Iron Tail. It made further appearances in the
What?
Sun and Moon series,
It's a move.
where it is now under the ownership of the Officer Jenny of Melee Island.
We know,
hate
yes.
this. A Totem Gumshoes appeared in Tatapa Totem, where it battled Ash after defeating Rowlet and then being defeated itself by Pikachu. It rewarded Ash with a Normalium Z. It reappeared in a flashback in Trial and
Perhaps that was
Tribulation.
the most important part.
A Gumshoes appeared in Showdown on Pony Island, Poni, Pony Island,
I believe we've mentioned Pony Island before.
where it was photographed by Lily during her time on Pony Island.
Pony,
No
pony.
way! I don't believe
You
it.
guys
I
need
hate
to
this.
shut up.
I hate this show already.
In the Pokemon Adventures manga, Lima's young goose was revealed to have evolved into a Gumshoes sometime prior to Pokemon Adventure Series Manga 31.
Mom Brain, you did a great job. You can wrap
Okay,
it up now.
it's number 735. It's a normal type Pokemon. Its abilities include Stakeout or Strong Jaw.
What
Its
is
hidden
normal?
ability is Adaptability, 50-50
Strong
male
Jaw?
to female. They are 2 feet tall and 31 pounds. And I don't ever want to talk about that again.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
You are welcome.
Hi to Nintendo and Hailey and Tom and Joe Shabadoo and Nico Darunia and Neo and
Hi, how are you?
and PC, very appropriate. And Colma, I think I saw in the Discord chat. Yes, we are in the Discord chat, and I'm just going to talk about this now because I see there's anger about the Discord chat, and I understand the anger, and I didn't want to get into details, but I like you guys, so I'll get into not full details, but some details. We have moved over to the Discord chat because there's a major spam problem over on YouTube, and I cannot take care of it while I'm doing the show. I have been reaching out to select GoNintendo people to bring them on to the YouTube chat as like official spam catchers. They're going to make it their job to get in there and take care of that stuff. So I don't dislike the YouTube chat. I loved the YouTube chat. I understand it's easier for people to chat there. I get that. It's just I have to get that stuff taken care of because I'm not going to sit there and just let that happen. So thank you for your patience. I will still use the Discord chat. And no, this wasn't some big this wasn't some big like ploy to get people to use Discord chat or use our Discord. That's not the case at all. Yeah, I like the Discord chat a lot. I do like what it does. Hello, Malakayla. Exactly. Malakayla makes a good point. He says, but I can't post GIFs in the YouTube chat. You can't. The YouTube chat, as far as what it lets you do, is definitely superior. And now people are posting GIFs. It is a lot more fun in there, I would tell you. But I understand that YouTube is easier because it's right there. And people were saying that they don't want to have to like switch between YouTube and Discord because you watch on YouTube and you would post on Discord.
In the YouTube chat?
Yeah, bot spam and just regular people being jerks. But I can't keep track of that stuff while I'm doing the show. And
what are the bots? Like there's advertising stuff?
Bots don't. We haven't had.
Go check out my channel.
We haven't had any
that like
advertising bots, but there are bots that advertise stuff like that. But usually you can't post a link, but it'll be some kind of somebody. I don't know where the bots come from. I don't know who's doing it. But yeah, for the last like month or so, I've been talking to other channels, both YouTube and Twitch, to see how they handle spam and what they've been doing. And unfortunately, everybody has a really terrible time with it. And sadly, it is what it is. The internet has some rough people, and it also has bots. But there's things we can do, especially, like I said, bringing in people. I've heard horror stories from other outlets I'm not going to name about like just chats being destroyed by stuff. So we're working on it. We're going to do the best we can. But Discord does offer GIFs. Discord is much safer as far as keeping out bots and spam and all that stuff.
Why is that? Because it has to be connected to
there's
a
a
phone?
lot. There's a lot more tools. No, we can make it like that, but there's a lot of like Discord related bots that handle that stuff automatically. They look out for certain
bots
things.
Fighting bots.
Bots fighting bots.
You know that's how it starts, right?
The bot wars, the great bot wars of 2019.
And then, then they hire Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then he goes back in time.
So I just wanted to address that because I'll get comments on YouTube or I'll get emails from people that listen to the podcast. And I'm not going to lie, they're heartbreaking. They're absolutely heartbreaking because I see that people are upset or sad, and I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying. Mom Brain will back me up here. It's been severely depressing.
Yeah, if you all could just take it easy so that...
Oh, don't say that. That's the last thing you want to say.
Well, here's the deal.
The thing is...
It's like really awful to like watch...
Please choose your words carefully.
Watch the person that you love most in the world die inside.
Manch?
Doing what they love to do. And if you all could just maybe think about that.
Blunners, what are you doing? Blunners says, I managed to split screen my phone so I can watch and chat. Is that something you can do on an iPhone? I don't know. Well, anyway, there you go. That's that explanation.
Yeah, let's all just be nice.
Now you know. Anyway, there's other stuff I want to talk about. And that was too serious and too sad.
Yeah,
we're talking about something funny now.
Well, let me just say, if you're not happy
that's what I thought, Blenders.
If you're not happy with Discord chat, maybe you should try Datcord chat.
PC, if you're on a computer, you should be able to. Did you say Datcord? Yeah. If you're on a computer and you can't figure out how to do split screen, it's just two windows. Come on, PC.
Hey, what
that's
happened?
right, an Apple user. Yeah, by the way, Kirby is not here. Unfortunately, he got stuck at work, so Nikki Hill is in charge of the soundboard today, which is...
Hi, how are you?
I think why we've heard so much more. I'm not going to lie. I think you might use it too much, and I think he might use it too little. So somewhere in between. I love the soundboard, though. It's just, no, please go ahead. I want you to feel free. I was joking. Nintendo says, I have YouTube on my TV and Discord on my laptop. Anyway.
We're talking too many brands here.
Something funny.
We should not be talking brands.
That is not podcast related at all, other than it's about Nikki Hill and myself. But I've been dying to tell you this. And Mom Brain wanted me to call you. As soon as I told her this story, she wanted me to call you and tell you. And I said, no, I'm saving it for the
when
podcast.
She stuck her thumb up your butt?
No, because this is really funny.
She's trying to grab a towel.
This is really funny.
Whoops.
Now, Mom Brain can help me out.
Just do what I think I did.
Hi, Roth. Thanks for joining us. Mom Brain can help me out on the details if I don't get it specifically right, because it was a dream that I had.
Oh, well, I can't help you on details.
No, you heard my story.
Yeah.
So I had a dream, but I completely forgot about the dream, maybe like a couple hours after I had it. Then later on in the week, we were at the supermarket. And I don't know why. What was I doing? Oh, to close the car door, I pushed the car door with my hand. Like I put my hand on the window. I was like, I shouldn't do that. You leave a handprint. And that moment right there jogged my memory about a dream I had. I swear to you, I had this dream. This is 100% real. I'm going to recall it as best as I can. I don't know why, but I was at your house. It didn't look like your house, but it was your home.
Was it nicer? It's probably nicer.
And I was sleeping in your bed. You were not home. You were like out doing your regular job.
And why would you be sleeping in my bed?
I don't know.
I'd expect you to sleep in my bed when I am home. Continue.
So, I woke up and I got out of bed and that was and I was like, you came home and you're like, hey, how you doing? I was like, oh, good. Everything's good. And then you went upstairs. You were like, I see what's going on here. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, or you go, your handprint on the bed. And I was like, my handprint? What are you talking about? And you go, that's a masturbation handprint. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Hey, I just call him and I see it.
I know what you've been doing in the bed. That's from you masturbating. And I was like, what is, like in the dream, I was like, what is a masturbation handprint? I was like, first off, I didn't. Second, what do you mean? And you were like, it's right here. Look at it. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I woke up. That was the whole dream. I have no idea what any of that means. I don't understand it. But maybe I thought you could give me some insight. Hello, thanks for joining us.
Not while the live stream or the camera are going.
PC says,
huh? What?
The PC we know. She says, if anyone was going to accuse someone of masturbation handprint, it would be Nikki Hill.
If somebody knows what a masturbation handprint looks like.
Masturbation handprints are all over my bed. So anyway, I'm glad I got to share that dream with you.
Is that what you
maybe
told me
one
last
day.
night that you had to tell me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like
Good
news or something.
That's news. What are you kidding me? That's definitely news. That's what I was thinking, PC. Yeah, I would imagine something like that. That's a little too vulgar for the chat, or for the podcast. So I'll leave that to the chat.
Then didn't you have a dream that you had to eat something? The same night? Because
No, not the same night. Like recently, I had a dream that I was eating I've been having such vivid dreams, and I don't know why, because I never remember my dreams. I was having a dream where I was eating a hamburger. And I didn't really like it, but I was with friends, but I don't remember who specifically. I want to say like you guys or something. And you are like, it's good, right? And I was like, I don't really like hamburgers. It's not bad, but I don't really want it. And everybody was like, no, just keep eating it.
Oh, you were with my mom.
So I kept eating it. And I was sitting there like eating it like, man, I really don't want to eat this. And then I woke up like that's all there was to that dream. It wasn't like bad or anything. I don't understand. Yeah, I've been having lots of very specific, well, dreams are usually weird, but more often than not, they say you always dream and you don't remember it. Yeah. So if that's the case, I hardly ever remember my dreams. But lately,
I don't often remember. I like remember them first thing, and then as the day goes on, they dissipate. But I've had a couple of really vivid dreams, and lately, the past few nights, I've been dreaming Well, a couple nights ago, I couldn't stay asleep for like long. Like I kept like waking up and like I couldn't fall like deep into sleep.
That's why you were dreaming like that. Right?
But I've been having like a ton of dreams about like stuff I'm involved with in my waking life that like I'm not really worried about in my waking life, but as I'm dreaming, I'm worried about it. And then when I wake up, I'm like, should I be worried about this? Is this like something I should be thinking about? It's bizarre.
Nintendo says, RMC, you should tell Mom Brain to join the Discord chat like she used to do in the olden days when you used to be in a chat for the podcast.
Perhaps I will.
Anyway, there's a whole bunch of things I wanted to talk about before we got into news, but there's a lot of news and we wasted 15 minutes talking about sad things and masturbation. So I'm probably just going to go to news. If anything comes to mind that I wanted to discuss, I will get to it during the regular stuff. But let's talk a little bit about news. First up, Nintendo has filed for a patent for a VR headset for the Switch. And you're probably like, but they already have a VR headset. They do. But it's a cardboard headset. This new patent is for one that is plastic. It works in the same way that the cardboard one does, but obviously it's a little bit more sturdy. And I think some people would really like that option because they're worried about their cardboard headset getting ruined. I am worried about it often, and I'm very careful with it. Sweating on cardboard is not good. Yeah, sure.
Masturbation prints.
Masturbation prints all over it. I'm always worried that something's going to happen with it. It's cardboard. It's not ridiculously sturdy. Nintendo Labo stuff certainly holds up, but I'd rather have plastic. Hello, Steel Diver. I see you typing in there. So yeah, that would be nice. And then also you would think that if they are making a point to put that out. Oh, Steel Diver says, I'm at work right now. Sorry, I can't join. Hi. Well, you joined anyway.
I'm going to tell you, boss.
If you had the plastic option, it would be great. But I would imagine if Nintendo's thinking about doing a plastic option, that would also mean they have some other support plan for VR on the Switch. That's just a guess. But again, with Nintendo's patents doesn't mean it's actually going to be a product. Also, on top of all that, there are third-party games that use Nintendo Labo VR. Like one just came out, Spice and Wolf VR uses the VR. The Nintendo Labo VR. So there's third-party options out there.
You play like this.
Yeah, or you get one of the like third-party straps, and then you're good. You can take the things off of it.
Uncomfortable. So
take the Joy-Cons off.
Then you can't hold it on your head. What do you play like this?
You play like I used to with the Virtual Boy without the stand.
Towel.
No, like I said, there's third parties that have straps. I have one of them. They're like $10.
Too much.
Steel Diver says, say something nice about me on the podcast to make me feel good later tonight. Hello, Ridley Saria. Thanks for joining. Steel Diver, I think you're a great person and you have a great name because that is a great game that a lot of people didn't play. So there you go. That's something nice.
Is that the game came first?
I think, yes, the game came first and Steel Diver named himself after the game, not the other way around. I might be wrong.
I hope that Steel is treated.
Entropy says, will be fun to see how they implement some actual VR on their best console or the upgraded Switch. Or maybe they meant to say next console. I don't know.
What's their best console?
I think that's why they meant to say next, because there was a combination of either next and best. It was BEXT. So I guess that's next.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But BE is also a best and T, so I don't know.
Yeah, but where's the X?
Where is the X?
Excuse me, I didn't mean to burp right into
what microphone. What are you looking for?
It's not anywhere near an S, right? But
they're right by each other.
Oh man, they're close too.
Look at that! It's like you never looked at a cardboard before, or a keyboard before. A cardboard be cured. Moving on. Oh yeah, that's something I wanted to say. Thank you so much for your support of. Hello, Cam Halen. Cam Helen, tell me. I've been talking to him all week. What has he been saying? I wanted to say thank you to you guys for your YouTube channel support this week because I put out a lot of what I would consider labor-intensive work.
Not trash.
Okay, Cam Helen, that makes sense. He can only see that. That shouldn't be open to the public, but he can see it. I'll tell you in a second. Well, anyway, it all makes sense here. Thank you for your YouTube support, because I've been putting out this week a lot of videos that take a lot of extra work. And I don't have a lot of time for that extra work because of just running regular GoNintendo. But I've been doing my best, and you guys really liked the videos this week. So thank you. I appreciate it. Cam Halen is saying that he was hanging out on Austin, Name of Austin's stream. Who he was, I don't know, he's probably playing Minecraft or something. And he said Austin was cursing me out on the stream because he's upset because I've been playing Zelda early. Yes, I've been playing Zelda early. Because
early, like in time? Like early in the morning?
No, I'm playing Link's Awakening. It's not out yet.
How'd you get that?
The stars aligned for this one. That's all I can tell you. Lots of dirty money. So I did one of the videos I did this week was a video preview of Link's Awakening. And I gave my impressions on it as well. I wrote an impressions article on top of that. So thank you, you guys. You've been really nice. But I also did a video review for River City Girls. And I've read suggestions on my video reviews about how I should mix my style of reviewing with a more traditional style as far as the footage goes. And that was my first attempt at doing something like that. And I think it worked out really well. I was really proud of it. So if you haven't checked out that video review, you can do that on the channel you're watching the podcast on right now. Or if you're listening to the podcast, just go to GoNintendo, check out the Go Original Content section, and there'll be a link to the video there as well. So
can we just get a summation? Worth it?
Is the game worth it?
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Was it worth it to do the video review?
I chose to do a video review, yeah.
Okay.
There's some games you are never at least I've never been like required to do a video review. Every like embargo or review code you get will give you information on when you're allowed to show footage and what the rules are for that footage, but there's no, I can't think of any company that's like you have to do a video review.
All right.
You just do a review or a preview or talk about it.
It was worth it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Worthwhile.
Do you like WayForward's games? The answer is yes, you do.
Oh,
I know
okay.
you do.
Oh no, yeah, you know me.
I do. I mean, I was sleeping in your bed. Yeah, of course I know you.
I'm sleeping at your podcast table.
Wow,
fading fast.
Wow.
I didn't. Not that you're boring.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Go ahead, hit the link one. Come on, soundboard guy. Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Yikes.
Hi, Autumnal Blake. Thanks for joining.
Can't really tell. It says "wake up."
Oh, the Toe Jam and Earl ones are really quiet.
Yeah.
Which is a total bummer because.
Well, I mean, that's it's the sound source. If I up the volume, they get too crunchy.
Found it.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
There you go. Thank you. Right on cue. Autumnal Blake is watching, and I believe he's in Australia, and it's 5 a.m. there.
That's where he lives?
In Australia. No, I believe he lives in Australia.
Oh, I have too many high chews in my system. That's probably what's slowing down my.
Why are
Sorry
you doing
about
that?
that? Because it's the easiest way to open it.
I would disagree.
I just opened like 12. I know it worked.
I know what I'm doing. So yeah, check out those reviews if you want. Thank you if you already have. Nintendo says they want to deliver new gameplay experiences and exceed Zelda Breath of the Wild with the upcoming sequel. Well, those are some good goals to have, but it's not like you could write those down on a piece of paper and then just like check mark them and be like, yep, we did it. We made a better game. You know, it's a little more complicated than that. This information comes from a Nintendo internal interview. So basically Nintendo interviewing themselves. And at one point in the interview, it says, at the present time, we cannot comment much about Breath of the Wild sequel, but we wish to deliver new gameplay experiences that exceed the previous game to fans and users, so we will have to borrow the strength of many people to create this new title, hence the reason why we are hiring new terrain designers at Nintendo. I have no doubt that Breath of the Wild sequel is going to be a fantastic game, and it's certainly going to take quite the effort to surpass what Breath of the Wild did, because that's highly regarded as the best entry in the entire franchise for some people. So they got a lot of work to do.
So After Nintendo Responder answered with this, did the Nintendo question asker say something like, "You're dodging my questions. Give me an answer"?
I was really hoping you were going to say like it was one guy that would like get up from
That's
one
what I'm
chair
thinking,
and
is
go,
like-
go into the
Well, like
other
I'm thinking
chair.
that same guy gets up and he's like, "Answer the damn question," and he gets back over and he's like, "We can either confirm or deny." And he gets over and he gets to the other side. He's like, "Answer my question."
Blunner says, I can't wait for it. I have the amiibo coming too. I think I can show it.
Nobody's seen it before.
No, they've seen it. Yeah. You want to do me a favor, Nikki Hill? Please? Thank you for opening that high chew like a normal person.
Yeah, it took a lot longer.
Not like a normal person. Thank you for opening it quietly. Could you go into the living room? On the coffee table is the amiibo. Would you grab that?
Gladly.
Thank you
I'd
so
gladly
much.
present something to this podcast that might get you taken off the air.
I think I'm allowed to show it. What is a high chew? High chews asks Autumnal Blake. High chew are these little chewy candies. I don't know. What do you like? Kind of like taffy, I guess.
Yeah, like a Laffy Taffy or a Starburst.
Open it up for you.
But they're delicious.
Gotcha.
There you go. There's the amiibo, the
They're
Link's
more
Awakening amiibo.
Lightly flavored, and I don't mean like they're flavorless. It's just less saturated and like in your face than a Starburst, I feel.
Yeah, it definitely has a different flavor than a Starburst. Starbursts are like very strong, very flavor forward. High Chew certainly has delicious flavor, but it's not as intense. So they're really good. I feel like they really only just got popular in the last couple of years here. Like I'd never heard of them.
Yeah.
But now I'm all about them.
I've seen them in bodegas in the city and stuff, like in a package similar to like Hubba Bubba.
Oh yeah.
Roth says they're also more chewable. They are certainly more chewable. Yes,
And there's a lot of
Starburst
sugar,
disappears
which will
quicker.
Make you super tired if you eat a bunch of them.
Ak McGowan says, if we get more traditional dungeons and a few classic items back, I'll be over the moon. By the way, also a thank you to so many people signing up to comment on GoNintendo, and also for following us on Twitter to support. Like over the last year, especially on Twitter, has been so great. I really appreciate it. We have like 5,000 more to go to get to 50,000 followers. That's crazy. Twitter. Because our Twitter is nuts. Like it's nonstop. We ruin your feed. Unless you really want to know about Nintendo, you don't follow GoNintendo. Tweet. The Twitter is GoNintendo tweet. Because really, you get like, I'd say like 99% of what's on GoNintendo, you get off Twitter. This is a funny story. I don't remember what post it was, but let's just say it was like so-and-so reveals new details about this game.
That's vague.
And somebody responded to the tweet and they were like, well, where can I see what he said? And somebody else responded and they were like, right there. Like the link to the story is right there. And the person replied and said, oh, I don't click on links on Twitter. So it's like, what do you mean? You want to know the information? Click to read it. I didn't get involved. Well, I mean, he feels safe enough. He or she, I don't know, feels safe enough following us on Twitter. You think they'd go like click or? I don't understand it. I don't know. Hey, you use Twitter however you want, but it was just funny to me that he wanted
following people in real life.
He wanted more information and seemingly had no idea where to get it.
I won't get in the car and drive home with them though.
Nintendo says that they've won a court case in the UK that's all about piracy. It was a big victory for Nintendo, specifically Nintendo UK. They won a case in the UK courts that makes it so that UK ISPs must now block access to websites which enable Switch game piracy. So a select number of select number of websites and then a select number of IPs that are involved, or ISPs, internet service providers, were involved. So it was a major victory for them. And now Nintendo is continuing on with that in the States. I don't know if I made that a top story or not. I feel like I would have. So I'll discuss it a little bit later. Hello, BagelNet. Thanks for all your bagel-related gifts. I always appreciate them.
Got a song from BagelNet today.
So Yeah, it was a big victory for Nintendo, and now they're like emboldened and moving forward on more aggressive stuff. And I've talked about this to Mom Brain. Well, you know what? I'll just get into the other story right now because it's topical. Nintendo is going after ROM Nation. I believe it was ROM Nation or maybe Romulation. I don't remember. A very long-running ROM site. Whatever one it was the one that like I used back when I was in high school. It's been around forever. As I said back in the day, as I think many people did. You went on the internet and just played ROMs because you didn't really think anything of it. But then, you know, I grew up and I was like, that's not right. I shouldn't be doing that. Whatever the site was, I don't remember. They were selling memberships where it was like pay $30 and you get access to all these games. Now, obviously, they don't have the rights to any of those games. They don't have any deal with Nintendo.
It's like LimeWire, though, isn't it? Like
yeah, which is why those things shut down. Yeah.
But for a while,
they were all over, yeah.
it was like, well, if you're paying for the service,
Hydrate gamer.
if you're paying for the service, if somebody's getting money, then it's okay. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, right. You're like, well, they're taking money. It's got to be going where it needs to go. Yeah, exactly. But I was talking to Mom Brain about it, and I was like, because Nintendo's saying it was something like a fine of they were looking for what's the word when you're looking for compensation?
Compensation.
Yeah, but it, you know, the legal term.
Yeah.
Term.
I know what you mean.
Damages. They're looking for
Seeking damages.
Yeah, it was like $200,000 per IP. Or maybe it was like 2 million per IP, 200,000 per infraction.
I
it's a
wasn't
lot.
joking when I said to Rami, I was
Hi
like,
T dude, thanks for joining.
that's like that's like you can't put a price on that. Like there's no one has that kind of money.
Don't quote me on those numbers. They were very high though. Very high though. I'll get you the specific numbers if we come up, if it comes up as a top story. But yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, Nintendo's out to make an example of this.
Oh, they're not there to make money. I'm sorry. I hit that wrong.
Nintendo. Well, no. I mean, like, yeah, Nintendo, right. I'm sure wants money, but they deserve to be compensated. Now, how do you put a dollar amount on that? I don't know. I don't know what figures or data they use to come to those numbers. But yeah, a large portion of it is they want a very high amount. A, because a deterrent. B, they deserve compensation for what happened, certainly. But yeah, it's probably something that will, if it goes Nintendo's way, be settled for a smaller amount. But the person or people who are involved, their financial life is certainly ruined, which will impact the rest of their life. But we'll see what happens. Mr. Masahiro Sakurai talked about Smash Brothers because, you know, that's the only thing the poor guy does. And he talked about how long he's been working on development and a whole bunch of different things. This translation or the the feature where this comes from is in Famitsu, and that translation was handled by Push Dustin and Noko Lock. So I want to say thank you to them. Yeah, I had a burp. I had a piggy. Oh God, they're coming. It's that donut, man. That donut was so weird. It's got my stomach feeling strange.
What was weird about the donut?
It was a donut that looked like a regular donut.
Oh, but it
yet had cream inside.
I know, I had one of those. It was delicious.
I've never heard of such a thing.
You've eaten Twinkies? It's the same thing.
A Twinkie is a cream delivery tube.
It's pronounced
It's
Twinkie.
not a tube.
A Twinkie is a tube.
It's a lump of cake.
It's a cream tube
that they pipe the frosting up into.
Give me that cream tube.
A cream tube is like a Swiss roll or a ho-ho.
Yeah, okay.
I love a ho-ho.
But I think we can agree that a Twinkie is tubular, not as in radical, but like of tube
It's like
shape.
a truncated cone.
Cone? What do you mean, the bottom of a cone?
Truncated pyramid?
What? It's a tube.
A tunnel.
It's not, though.
How is it not?
It's got rounded sides, but it's like...
All right, 80% of the Twinkie is a tube.
It's like a brick. It's like a cake brick with the cream inside.
Does it look like a brick?
I mean, scale it down.
I wasn't talking about something. Mom Brain, please help us. Twinkie, more tubular or more brickular?
They're shaped like
more
Airstreams.
Tubular.
Thank you,
they're
Mom
shaped like Airstreams.
And I wouldn't say
Okay.
Airstream. Oh, come,
It's a people
come
tube.
spend a night in my people tube. No, it's not.
Would you say my people brick?
No, I call it a trailer.
Ooh, Colma in the chat just brought up Malamars.
It's Malamar
He
season,
says,
people.
He says Twinkies are awful. Go get a Malamar. We went into the Mom Brain already bought like I want to say 4 boxes of Malamars, and we were at the supermarket the
gave to
other
a
day,
friend.
and they had like a huge display as soon as you walked in, and she was like, ran right over and grabbed the box.
It's Malamar season, and they're on sale at ShopRite with a digital coupon.
That's the Malamar
Would you agree?
music,
Roth
right?
says a cream tunnel.
Yeah.
I'll go with tunnel.
I would say tunnel.
All right, tunnel. Why do we start talking about this? Oh, because the donut. I've never seen a regular donut with a hole in the middle
Get ready. Get used to it.
that has cream injected into it. Has
Yeah.
anybody else seen this?
Like from the bottom up, so it's not like around in the
Like-
circle. They
Like
pipe
if
it
I
in
see
from
a
the
donut
bottom.
with a
Like a
hole in it, I
Twinkie.
don't think it's going to have cream in it.
Right.
I think a cream
The
donut
place
is
that you
like.
put the cream is missing.
See, Coleman says, wouldn't it just fall out? No, it doesn't fall out. It's amazing.
It's not in
Nicky
the
Hill
center.
told me it had cream in it. And I was
It's
like, no,
in the
he
cake
doesn't
part.
mean that. He meant it. Yeah,
It's
there
in
was
the
cream.
cake part,
Yeah, so you don't
not
get.
in the center hole. Yeah, it would fall out of there.
Yeah, it's in the cream tunnel.
Does anybody ever question like a Boston cream? It's a solid donut. How'd they get the cream in there? It's the same way.
Yeah, I know, but you're dealing with less space, which is what you
So
see
it
the
takes
hole.
a gentle touch.
You see the hole in the middle, and you're like, "There's nothing in there." I
Right.
wouldn't think there's anything.
And
in
when
there.
you take a bite and you're not expecting it,
Yeah.
it comes gooing out.
Well,
of all
thankfully,
the
you
holes.
told me about that, so I was in disbelief, and I still am. A tube donut, yes, a tunnel donut.
So I'm
Colma.
sorry to upset your tum tum
Anyway, I don't know how that got started.
because you said it spoiled your stomach.
No, I was talking about Smash Brothers. How did we
You
get into
burped,
donuts?
And you said that the
Oh.
donut
Yes.
spoiled your gutty works.
Back to Smash Brothers. Sakurai says, like the Fighters Pass, Nintendo will be choosing the characters for the additional DLC, and Sakurai will make the final decision on if the character would work. Sakurai works on each character from its concept to release, while the development team can work on fighter after fighter. Ultimate is the only game Sakurai is actively working on, and all of his efforts are going into it. And Sakurai will not be taking a long break. He's got to get this stuff done. Hopefully, he will take a break after it's done.
Because you know what?
Managing the development of DLC is easier than the main release, but it's still a lot of work. Yes, Nicky Hill?
If he doesn't get new players in there as DLC, people are going to complain.
Well, this is
Despite
the thing.
fact that it's like a one-man band over there,
That's the thing.
and he's
There you go. Colma's got a picture of donuts. This is why this chat's great. These are new DLC characters beyond the 5 that were announced. So we knew 5 were coming. We still don't know who the 5th is, but now he said there's even more coming. So the poor guy.
Wait, who did they just
flat.
announce last week? That was the 4th, right?
They announced Terry Bogard,
From what?
Fatal Fury.
And Fatal Fury was an SNK game.
Sakurai has been
Here's
actively
a
working on
character
Smash
that-
Brothers for 7 to 8 years, and development of Smash Ultimate began immediately after Smash Wii U and 3DS. Yes.
Master Higgins.
Sakurai says he still enjoys his job and feels honored to get to work with many different game franchises. His knowledge of a large variety of games makes him perfect for the job.
Why did you laugh about that?
Because I A, would love to see Master Higgins in Smash Brothers. B, it's not going to happen. He's not going to be a playable character.
I've
I
heard
don't
things.
know.
I've heard things.
That's not true. Are you talking to Do? I wonder if you put pictures of Terry Bogard and Master Higgins next to each other, who people would recognize more.
I didn't recognize.
You wouldn't recognize
Terry.
Terry, but you would recognize
Yeah.
Master Higgins.
Yeah.
I think still Terry would be more recognizable. People would at least be like, that's the guy from that fighting game. But
Yeah, and they'd be thinking Street Fighter, and they'd be wrong.
but Master Higgins, I don't know. Yeah, Colma says I don't think Master Higgins is relevant today at all. Yeah, when was the last Adventure Island game? It was on what, WiiWare?
How relevant is Banjo Kazooie? Banjo and Kazooie.
They're relevant. There was a game on the
they're
360.
They're remembered. They're remember. It's a
Yeah,
nostalgia.
but as far as like revered,
they're tugging at the heartstrings.
as far,
Bring Master Higgins to freaking Smash Brothers and breathe new life into the man.
there is no way, shape, or form, as much as I love
What would
Master
his-
Higgins, that
his
his
Smash-
popularity gets anywhere near as close as Banjo and Kazooie.
I don't. Who cares about popularity? It's not a popularity
That's
contest.
the whole point. They picked these characters.
Then they need to reevaluate. What would Captain Master Higgins?
What would Captain Higgins do?
Smash move be, or Smash Ball move, whatever you? What do you?
He'd
like-
call in the old the eggplant, the evil eggplant, and give you more damage. That's what it'd do. Or what else could they do? He'll skateboard over your ass. He'll throw eggs at you.
or little tomahawks.
He'll throw the
Stone
tomahawks
axes.
at you. He'll what else does he do? Make that funny face when he trips over stuff. He'll get on you and do that like 1,000-leg kick, because when that man's feet are moving, holy crap, he's the fastest man in video games without a doubt.
What if he called in a little dinosaur friend from?
Oh
Adventure
yeah, that's
Island
right. In the
2?
sequels, he had dinosaurs. I forgot about that.
It shoots little spike balls.
I played the first one so much, and I played the sequels as well, but I need to play the second one.
I think
more.
I only knew that second one. Right, that's the one.
There's a third one. Then there's Super Adventure Island. There was also Game Boy installments. There's the one on WiiWare.
And tell me again that he's not a popular character.
He's not. I will
What
tell
about
you
Bomberman then? Mm,
See, that makes more sense.
But nobody
but
wants
Bomberman is an assist trophy already, so like Shantae
he can't
or
level
Shovel
up?
Knight.
All right, whatever.
I-
Next story.
I mean, maybe in the next game. I don't think now they would make them a playable character. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot more to that if you want to get into the details of the work that Sakurai goes through to make a Smash Brothers game.
oh, here's your news story with the damages. Nintendo wants 150, according to this.
Hold on. The comments are people fighting, so I'm not going to read them.
Sorry.
Go on.
Again, people are fighting, and it's a story about one man working his butt off day after day to bring content.
Well, the argument in the chat became like, it's a port. It's not a port, which is what it's been before the game even was announced. So I'm not, whatever. If you want to waste your time having fights like that, you go right ahead.
It's a game.
Not for me. Oh, I see some wrestling chat
Is it
or
fun?
wrestling gifts going on in there. PC, let's see some wrestling gifts from you, please.
Nintendo. So this is back to that story because you did have numbers here.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Nintendo is going after the owner of the ROM website, ROMUNIVERSE.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. ROM Universe.
Nintendo wants
Thank you, PC.
$150,000 for each copyright infringement,
Okay.
and up to $2 million for each trademark infringement.
All right. So I said 200,000 for the other one. I was in the ballpark. I
Nintendo
was close.
says that ROM Universe, I spelled it earlier for you, has provided over 300,000 downloads.
Oh, you're just doing the next story.
Yeah, but you already talked about this story.
Yeah. So what?
I was
So
just
why
gonna
are you
help
doing it again?
Because you said numbers and you said don't quote me on this, but now I guess they can.
Yeah, we did it. So read the first comment then.
There's only one.
So read it.
There can be only one.
Wait, let me write one in. It seems like the sites never learn, from Autumnal Blake. Autumnal Blake.
Moving on.
Autumnal.
Hey, please don't read the NPD numbers, by the way.
Autumnal.
Retailers have been selling the Switch Lite
What if I
early
told
because
you?
why
I already
not?
did?
Switch Lite launches on September 20th, and some retailers are already stocking it, among them Walmart. And if you're lucky enough and you have a Walmart that even cares less, then they'll sell it to you because, who cares?
Why are they stocking them 2 weeks in advance? A week and a half?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that stuff works. We have friends, I'm sure, who could give us some insight on that.
Well,
I'm sure Lube could explain why that.
I mean, they
was
have to
the
get them
case.
out there, right? They have to be ready to be put on the shelf.
The chat is talking about Autumnal Blake's name now and coming up with different ways to say it. And Ridley Soria has my favorite one so far: a tunnel bake. Because it makes sense for what we were talking about. A trombone break from Autumnal Blake himself, he says. Anyway, Yeah, so if you really want a Switch Lite now, you might be able to find one at Walmart. Good luck. Donut Muffin says, good luck out there. When the original 3DS got its first price drop, I convinced an employee at Target to sell it to me one day early so that I could still be part of the ambassador program and have that lower price point. Ooh, very nice dealing there. That's a good idea.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Let's make desk lamps that are switches, and we'll sell them as the Switch Lite, and we'll charge full price for them.
I don't know why.
There's
I must be
so
out of it.
many-
It took me a second to realize what you were going with there.
So many angry grandchildren.
What are you selling it
Come.
for? Like how much?
Whatever the price of the Switch
200
Lite
bucks,
is. Like
200 bucks.
we'll sell it as full price because people will think that's what they're getting.
Hey, what happened to the soundboard?
Hey, what?
I have to admit, you're not that I wouldn't admit it, but I have to say
That was
your
luck.
use of the soundboard. Love it.
That was luck.
The
but it was right there.
Bene Smoocha. Smash Brothers Ultimate has won multiple awards at the Japan Game Awards. It took home Game of the Year. It also took home the Minister of Economy, Trade,
Incredible!
and Industry Award. It also won the Best Sales Award and the Award for Excellence. And Masahiro Sakurai himself was on the stage to accept these awards, and we will read a top story on that later today. That is very sad.
Wow, I am impressed.
Somebody,
Not about the sad part.
somebody, I feel bad, but at least I remember they said it. Somebody on YouTube was like, I expect when this story is talked about, I don't remember what story, that somebody plays that "Wow, I'm impressed" clips. They're going to be really happy because they've heard it.
And it wasn't even prompted.
You've played it a couple times today, so yeah, people are going to be really happy about that. Man, the Discord chat is worth it for the pictures alone. It's a really funny picture of Woody. Autumnal Blake says, another well-deserved success. The amount of love and care poured into this game is clear to see. I would say that is true. Fan reaction, sales-wise, yeah, all of it. Skipping that. We finally have the name and more details on Nintendo's new crazy controller that they showed last week. It is called Ring Fit Adventure, and it is coming to the Switch on October 18th, so right around the corner. It is a fitness game, but not like Wii Fit. It's a fitness game that is basically an adventure.
So
That's
when
why
I
it says adventure, yeah, Colma, me and you, buddy.
When I saw that, it made me think there's like an exercise device that can get at stores in like the exercise section that looks like that, just like that.
Oh, well, it's a,
spring.
yeah, it's a whatever you call it. What's that word? Resistance ring. Yes. PC. It warms my heart that you watch this stuff on your own. I know you have a Switch, but I just love that you actually watch it. And you thought exactly what I thought. PC left a comment saying the guy in the video for Ring Fit Adventure. Is that what it's called? Ring Fit Adventure. PC says the man in the video definitely murdered his entire family before filming that video. Yeah, the guy. It's so weird. He's definitely weird. But yes, Ring Fit Adventure takes basically the exercise element of Wii Fit or Wii Fit Plus or Wii Fit U, whatever the hell it's called. All of them. Those are all things. But the gameplay is like an adventure game. You run around and you fight enemies and stuff like that. But if you want to just do the traditional exercise stuff, you can do that too. It comes with this fitness ring that's like a resistance ring. So like you can squeeze it and stretch it and pull it and bounce on it.
Sure, this
and-
thing's not going to snap and break in people's faces.
Well, I mean, say with Nintendo's history of things, I would say yes, they've probably put a little bit of work
yeah,
into
but
it.
people are going to purposely just be like,
Yeah, I know. You don't think they account for that? They account for people like sitting on it. I think they'll be all right. And then if not, they have the warnings on a box that says, don't do this, that, or the other thing. If you do, it's your own fault. So they'll be okay. So yeah, it comes out October 18th. I believe it's $70. It might be 80. Let's see if the press release says here somewhere. I really like the idea. It is $80. So you get the ring, you get the game. You also get the extra strap that you put the Joy-Con in to wear around your leg. I love weird Nintendo, and this is certainly weird Nintendo. Blunder says parents play with my dad on this would be amazing. That is a great idea.
Wait a
That
minute.
would take a little extra filming to do, but I think it would be
This
well
ring-
worth it.
This ring has a big hole in it. Where do you get the cream?
There's no room for cream in this ring. So yeah, Nikki Hill, you were saying you wanted to get back into Wii Fit. Now you saw this thing, so maybe this will be for you. I
Yeah,
can
but
certainly
for
use the
$80,
exercise. Mom Brain
heck no.
loves yoga, and this has a whole yoga thing in it. So I think we could all have some fun with it. But yeah, Malik,
Did we-
so good.
Are you okay?
Oh, the gif he has from the trailer is so funny.
Did
Oh,
Wii U
man.
Fit have a leg strap? Or did somebody sell a leg strap for a Wii controller?
There was something EA Active. EA, is that what it was called? Had
Something
a
like
had
that,
a
yeah.
strap, yeah.
It's the last thing that EA did for me.
Oh man, gifts make everything better.
What is this? This is like video game version of American Ninja Warrior.
It's unique. It's interesting. It's different. It's weird.
Oh, but it's also
wacky.
almost like
It's very Nintendo.
like whatchamacallit? What was that game?
Yep.
That temple game where you run. So like it's
Temple
constantly
Run.
running.
Temple Run.
You're not controlling where you are left and right except for a lean. Right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What game are you talking about? Sonic and the Black. Sonic and the Secret Rings.
No, Temple Run.
Temple Run.
Because I'm looking and like you don't have a hand on a directional
No,
thumbstick or
no.
anything.
They
so-
want this to be expanded audience, and please get closer to the microphone. Yes, Colma says you're talking about Subway Surfers. That's what he was talking about. Big fan of Subway Surfers.
I wasn't because I don't even know what Subway Surfers is. But
Autumnal Blake says it looks okay. I'm not a fan of the visual style and linearity. I feel like future games could make good use of this, though. After some time, it does look like it could be a pretty good game. I think having enough variety is the main thing. Nintendo, is this thing on? Nintendo, please do a WarioWare game with this. Please. I don't care if the WarioWare game is download only.
Yeah, but who's
Do
making it?
a WarioWare game for this. What?
Who's making this game?
What do you, that's Nintendo.
This is all Nintendo?
Yeah,
There's not a Mario or a Zelda in sight.
That's their the division that does Nintendo Labo is making this.
Are they going to make a new like weird mini game based off of this? Like
and
Link's-
WarioWare?
Link's horseback riding training where like you hold the ring between your legs and you have to just squeeze it and like make sure you don't fall off
Well, that's
Eponia.
why it's will be put to such good use with a WarioWare game. Plus, it's another way to sell the accessory. Oh my god,
That's
it
how you
would
have
be
to
so
sell it
much
to
fun.
them.
I mean, there's plenty of mini games in this thing that look like fun, but I love WarioWare for the extra weirdness of it all. So hopefully they do that, but who knows?
So when they were saying that their lifestyle games are not over, this is what they meant.
I mean, also Nintendo Labo has some lifestyle aspects to it, but yeah, Nintendo's never done.
Fishy?
Hello, Char. Nintendo's
You got
never
to catch your own supper?
done with that stuff. Nintendo has a whole division that works on that stuff, so they like doing wacky things.
Remember when Nintendo was like, we're going to have AR gaming with the 3DS, and then that never really moved
Oh,
into
really?
anything. What?
Did you not play Denpa Man?
What the
That
heck?
wasn't a
was that?
Nintendo developed game, but I played it.
When was that? 4 years? 8 years ago? 12 years ago?
I don't know why. What does it matter?
Saying all these things, like, they don't need to be fads, but they're
Hello, Master Koi.
they like initiate it, they like drop it in there and like, here, use this, and nobody uses it, and then it dies off, and then it's like, oh, that was a fad. It's like, yeah, only because nobody else really seemed to see.
Yeah.
like,
So what
the
do you want
value in it.
Nintendo to do? They can't. They're not going to force developers to use it. They put it
They
in the
should.
system, and if they use it,
I've been
then they
hearing
use
stories. They should probably kidnap a developer, tie them up, and clip off their toenails until they decide to make a game like
I
that.
think we can see why Nintendo might be running their business a little bit better than what you would do.
I'm sorry, people have long toenails and they need them clipped. They're doing them a favor, and then they're also getting
Lifestyle game. It's a lifestyle game. There's nail clippers in WarioWare. Anyway, North America, what came out this week? Damon or Demon, because every time I say it, somebody tells me I'm saying it wrong. I think it's Demon, even though it's spelled Damon.
Daimon.
Ex Machina or Machina. You knew I had to say that one. Is now available. Castle Crashers Remastered comes out this next week, I think. It comes out the 17th. Machina. Fire Emblem Three Houses got DLC. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I'm not saying that people need to kidnap people to get
Too
things
late.
done. I'm just saying I've heard stories where it does work.
Hylian Tom says, I am a demon.
I'm a demon.
I am a demon. The Somnium
singing
Files is coming out on September 17th. That is the new game from the guy who did 999. Akash, Path of the Five.
Akash Bagash.
Arcade
Path of the
Archives,
Overall.
Vigilante, Atomic Heist, Battle Supremacy, Evolution, Chop, Distraint Deluxe Edition, Ellen, that is not about the talk show host, Hyperdrive Massacre, Jet Cave Adventure. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about Jet Cave Adventure, and I will say this right off the bat. We will be doing a special advertisement for Jet Cave Adventure. I want to put that out there now
Who made it?
before I make this next statement. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it in detail, so I'll say something very quickly. I think Jet Cave Adventure is very fun. I am not paid to say that. I'm not paid to tell you that it's good, but we are doing a collaboration with them. I just want you to know that. But outside of that, as long as you trust me, I think it's a really fun game. I'll tell you the details when I'm allowed to, but I think that's all I can say.
Can you
Yes.
say who made it?
Yeah, 7 Levels is their name. They did Castle of Heart for the Switch prior to this, which had a lukewarm reception. And they said they learned a lot from it. And I put that into the development of Jet Cave Adventure. And I wish I could talk to you more about it. It's very fun. But I will. I'll be able to talk to you about it. Oh boy. Kaiju Chaos. Lego Jurassic World comes out on the 17th. Mole Cats. Didn't you and I play some Lego Jurassic World together? On the Wii U? I think we did.
I don't remember.
Hi, Ice. Thanks for joining. Well, Ice, you're always here, but thanks
you know
anyway.
What? No, it was the original trilogy, Jurassic Park, I think. And I think I played it at your place, and then I went and I actually bought it.
I knew we played something Lego Jurassic.
I think
Real Fishing Road Trip Adventure comes out the 17th. Rest in Pieces. Rituals Sorcerer Angel. God damn it, I wish Kirby was here. Xavier Renegade Angel. That's what I was thinking of. Star Wars Pinball. Here's a story about Star Wars Pinball for you, which is so annoying to me. And if I get in trouble for it, I get in trouble for it.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
I got a code for Star Wars Pinball. They sent me a code early out of nowhere. I said, oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. Am I allowed to do video coverage for this? Because the thing didn't say. Ice, I appreciate your Triple H reference. Or maybe it's not Triple H. Maybe it's just Motorhead. Anyway, I said, can I do a video for this game?
Let me guess what they said.
Okay. No. They said nothing. Emailed again. And the lady was like, oh, I got your first email. I was like, okay. Can I do a video for this? She goes, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I got this code 3 weeks ago. You know what I've heard? Nothing. The game is out. The game is out now.
The game?
The game is not fun.
I wanted to show footage of your game. I wanted to talk about it on the podcast and spread the word. You got in touch with me with the code, and then I don't understand what happened. I don't understand.
Does she listen to the podcast?
I don't know.
Then why are you talking to her?
I'm pretending you're her.
Oh.
Super
I'll stop talking.
Super Dodgeball beats Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayan. The 10th line special edition. And yes, the 3DS got something. It's called Space Intervention.
We're going to have to do a space intervention here.
I don't.
You
I
talk
was
too close.
watching a video that was really interesting. It was Steve-O on YouTube, his channel. He does new videos all the time. I really like Steve-O a lot. He obviously had a lot of trouble with drugs for a very, 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 very long time. But he's 100% clean now and has been for a decent amount of time, like years worth. And he was doing a video to show people why you shouldn't do drugs. And he said, I'm going to go through all my old footage and show you footage of me on the drugs and explain what it was like and why you shouldn't do it. And he goes, this is the most embarrassing video I'm ever going to do. And it was really interesting and entertaining. And he said, I forget what drug it was, but he said one of the drugs, when he took it, he had an intervention that he imagined, like hallucinated. He hallucinated that his friends were there giving him an intervention. And when he like snapped out of it, he was like, man, things are so bad that I'm having a fake intervention in my hallucinations. And he went, hello, Giant Reggie. Thanks for joining us. And went and had a real, there was a real intervention. Obviously, you don't set up your own intervention, but there was an intervention, blah, 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 blah. But he's doing much better now. It's very cool. I really respect Steve. And man, did he wreck his voice.
I just want to say, Mom Brain.
Yeah.
You said like we really have to have an intervention. You're too close or something like
space intervention.
Like space. Yeah. And I was thinking, this whole ever expanding universe thing has got to stop. It's getting way out of control.
Because I thought what you thought. Yeah. I was like an outer space intervention. Yeah. Shillelagh says it'll be interesting to see how well Demon X Machina sells, and into the long term as bigger games will be dropping from here on out through Christmas. The reviews thus far haven't been great for it. I think it was roughly a 7 out of 10, we'll say overall, which is not bad. A 7 is not bad. It's just a lot of the industry is like 8 out of 10. Everything else is garbage.
Just to make the whole name thing more complicated, I don't think that's an X. I think it's a multiplication sign. So can you say times?
Damon times Machina.
That makes perfect sense.
That's great. Europe, what they get? They got Blasphemous.
Is that here yet?
Yeah, we got it, baby. Holy moly. I've been waiting to talk about the game. We'll talk about it later today.
Like when I got to go home.
On the show.
Oh, okay.
Super Dodgeball beats Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayan. Throne Quest Deluxe. Battle Supremacy Evolution. The 10th Line Special Edition. Amnesia Collection, if you want to scare yourself. Basically, the games that made PewDiePie famous. And The Sinking City. Nikki Hill, you were looking forward to that one. I hear it's an excellent port. I hear they did a really good job with it.
An excellent port of a not so excellent game.
No,
I don't know. I feel like the reviews were like
7 or 8 out of 10s.
Was it? Because what I was reading when it originally came out.
What I was reading
when
it came out.
Was that it was not very good.
Nice, and not get a been a smooch.
Not that it wasn't bad, but it was ambitious and just a difficult concept to tackle, and like it just didn't really hit the mark.
Well, I mean, that's obviously all reviews are subjective, but I think things like this in particular, you and I will be more forgiving of than your average player.
I mean, I'm interested. Watching the trailer, I was interested in like the mind mess of it.
I was going to say maybe the concept will carry us through more than it would other people.
Can I sidebar for a second?
Sure.
Is it sidebarring when I'm going to just talk about something completely different?
It's Nikki Hillen.
I went to show a friend a trailer for Undone because it launched yesterday or 2 days ago.
Not so tired last night, I would have watched it.
That first trailer was like questions. I think they call that a teaser, right?
Yeah.
The trailer that I showed him told a lot more of the story, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Oh, it's very serious, right?
Did you see the whole trailer?
I purposefully didn't watch the new trailer.
Then let me tell you about it. I'm kidding.
No.
I don't know. I'm equal parts upset and glad that I saw it because it would give me a little bit more warning of what I'm about to get into.
Giant Reggie, Kirby is stuck at work. Someone called out and I thought I muted that. He got stuck on their shift. So this was like he got in touch with me maybe a half hour before the podcast. I'm sure would much rather be here. We'll see him tomorrow. There's a pay-per-view. I didn't want to watch that trailer. I just want to go into the show. I like the weirdness of not knowing what the hell's going on. I have something else I want to talk about, but let's get through this list. Arcade Archives Track and Field. Golazo, which is a soccer game. Newt 1. Yellowfins. Damon times Machina. Rest in Pieces. Star Wars Pinball. Atomic Heist. Chop. Distraint Deluxe Edition. Ellen. Ritual. And then DLC, blah, 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 blah. Here's something I want to talk about. This is a serious, honest question. And I don't mean to offend anyone with this, but it's going to be offensive. But I'm not, I have to be offensive
It's going to be offensive
to discuss
I'm
if
leaving.
it's offensive. No, I need you here,
I have to
seriously.
pee so bad.
So we were doing an Italian accent.
Oh, sorry.
I don't do,
We're not do that.
no. I want to talk about it.
I'm Italian.
Like if I was going to do
It's a bad.
this
Italian.
is what I'm trying to say. People would hear a Japanese or Chinese accent, not accent, like imitation, where people are like, "Oh, you know, stuff like that, ching chong." Like I don't want to get into it,
Woo.
but that's considered
Yeah.
racist. I wouldn't do that, but I would do the Italian thing. Is that not the same thing? Why
Okay,
do I not feel as bad
here's-
about that?
Here's how I feel about the whole thing, and I really have no place to speak because I don't belong to either group, so I can't tell you, that my feelings are coming from anywhere. But
Master
just
Koi
like
says Italian stereotypes are fine. Well, there you go.
well, here's how I feel. If you're gonna say things like ching chong,
Yeah.
then yes, you're being
Yeah.
completely disrespectful.
Yeah, but what if I wasn't?
if
Like,
you're
what if I was
talking
doing
about-
like a Christmas
But-
story?
But if you're talking about Italian, there's no exact direct same thing. Like,
Good point.
I guess you could be like, oh, penne gnocchi or something like that. But
That's a
feel-
really good point.
I feel like I guess really if you're like trying to be silly and like,
This is an aftershock.
I feel like
It's tough, right?
all of it's inappropriate.
Yeah, I think
really,
about
in
it.
the
I think
grand
about it
scheme of
often.
things.
I do think
Although
about
I
it.
have to say that I have a friend who's from the UK.
PC says spicy spicy meatball. Yeah.
I have a friend who's from the UK, and when she tries to do an American accent, I find it funny. I would
Yeah, I
never
would
in
not
a
be
million
offended. Yeah,
years be
definitely.
offended. But like when people start, I'm not going there. Never mind.
Like I think about like an Irish accent. Like, does anybody get offended by the Irish people get offended by that? Like straight from Ireland?
I think you would look
not
at it-
right now. I don't think
As an American,
that
I
doesn't
would,
mean it's not going to change.
Yeah,
I would
don't-
like
I don't know.
giggle. I'd be
I
like,
often
yeah,
think about it like because like we will harass each other with Italian stuff all the time, but not saying mean things about Italian, just doing a stupid Italian accent. And I'm like, is it the same thing? I don't know.
Like-
It's a
like at what
conversation
point-
I have with myself. All the
I mean,
time.
if that's the case, when is there going to be a boycott of Nintendo because
'Cause of
Charles
Mario.
Martinet
Yes, I
is the
know.
voice of an Italian
I've thought
cartoon
about this.
character?
I've thought about this.
Like, there's a good chance that can happen at some point.
I
I feel
I'm
like
not saying that couldn't
sensitivities
happen.
have shifted, and
Well,
things have
sensitivities
changed.
always shift. I mean, as time goes on, things change.
And so that's what makes it hard for me sometimes with some sayings that we've heard when we were growing up are now triggers for people, and I can't say it, and I'm like, well, but it's it's the same as saying this, but it's not. Or like there's a term in Italian that I've always known to be like not really necessarily endearing, but a term of just being like, oh, you ding dong, you buffoon or whatever.
Yeah.
And working at Forged in Fire, they unveiled a weapon and he said the name, and I looked at my friend and we were like, are you kidding me? And it turns out that historically that goes back, and it actually is a derogatory term towards the slaves used in that region of the world. And it's like,
Wow.
so we've been super offensive this whole time, but like that's something
Had no
that's,
idea,
you
yeah.
know, it was as common in our house as like pass the salt.
Like,
And
yeah.
now I feel guilty because we've said it.
I have had people say that their families will say like something, and they say it all the time, and people younger in the family have said it for years and had no idea that it was offensive at all, or origins of it or anything.
If you don't know,
it's just an
not
interesting conversation.
Like you can't always know everything. If you don't know, that's one thing. But if you know and you persist to do it, or the intention behind doing it, like
that's what I'm talking about. like we went right into the Italian thing here.
But would I in front of would I go to Italy and be like, oh, Benny Smooch?
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
would feel like
Yeah.
a total
Yeah,
a-hole.
No,
yeah.
but here's the
So,
thing.
like-
For me, if I try to speak Italian, I think I sound like that, and I'm too self-conscious to even try to speak Italian because I feel like I'm being foolish. I don't know.
That's a whole level deeper. Well, thank you, Mom Brain. You can go
But
pee
well,
now.
the
you
other
so
thing
much.
though about that though is, yes, we're learning about what is offensive.
We're all learning.
My issue is that if somebody says something that we've always said, not knowing it's offensive, and I'm not saying like the blatant things that we already know, but like things like we were saying. If I were to say that to somebody, only knowing my knowledge of it, yeah, okay, sorry, I don't look up every single word in the etymology and where it came from. But if I say that and it offends somebody, like we're
Listen.
kind of in a situation now or whatever, where people, the first time somebody hears that, you're on their shit list, shovel list.
Now you're on my shovel list. Come on, man.
Um,
No, here's the thing.
and-
I don't.
but there's like no forgiveness on that side either.
Here's the thing. If you're saying it without any knowledge, and you're genuinely like you hear it and you find out whatever it means is bad, and you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
I'll try to
then
correct
that's,
myself.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Totally get it. But if you say it and somebody's calls you out on it and you were like, I didn't know, and they're like, you should know,
Right.
then okay. Yeah, I understand. And there's no malice behind what you're saying. You honestly were ignorant to it. And the reasons of your ignorance shouldn't matter. What should matter is you saying, oh, I didn't know that. Now I know I won't do it again. There you go. But if you do it knowingly, then yeah. Well, thank you for that chat. Every time I think about it so often. Moving on. Super Nintendo World is opening in Japan in spring 2020. And believe it or not, we actually got details on what the hell the park's going to have, because we've been talking
Oh wait,
for the last year. We've been talking about here, take a look at these pictures of scaffolding at Universal Japan.
is this the wristband thing?
Yeah, this is all real deal stuff.
I want more. Yeah, I want more information. Tell me.
I will tell you.
I saw a headline and I didn't want to read it because I was like, "Oh, Raw Meat's going to tell me, oh,
Yes.
that's old news, or I'm wrong."
This
so tell me.
comes right from someone at Universal. This comes from Universal
From-
Parks and Resorts
From
Chairman
the
and
horse's mouth. Can
CEO
we say that?
Tom Williams. Yeah, the horse's mouth.
I can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking my head at my butcher's ass. Oh no, wait, it's got to be your butcher.
It's going to open spring 2020 in Japan, like I said. Also, we're getting the parks elsewhere, including here in the States. It's going to be a separate area of the park with its own food and merch. All this makes sense. Whatever. The first
What are they going to
phase-
serve? Mushrooms?
Yeah, I don't know. What are you
They
gonna
can't
say?
serve mushrooms. That's,
Oh no, it's there a burger with some
savage.
kind of mushrooms on it.
But you put mushrooms on it, then you're eating Goombas. That's disgusting.
Okay.
What does Mario eat?
Well, I mean, I saw
I've never seen
Captain
him
Lou Albano eat spaghetti as Mario. So no, I think Mario's eating spaghetti in a cartoon. Like if it's Sonic, he eats chili dogs. That's taken care of. But what does Mario eat? I don't know. What does he's got to eat cake, because Princess Peach always makes him cakes. So he's got to be a cake fan. Clearly, he looks like a cake fan.
And he's a plumber, so urinal cakes.
That's it. Two of the rides. We know two of the rides officially.
We do.
A Super Mario Kart ride and a Yoshi's Adventure ride. Now, what is that? I don't know. I'm sure the
Oh.
Super Mario Kart ride is
It's-
going to be a kart ride. That makes
I'm going
plenty
to assume that the Yoshi Adventure thing is like the Men in Black ride or something like that, where you drive through and it's like 3D and you have a gun and you shoot out Yoshi's tongue and catch apples.
all I
and-
want is to be riding on Yoshi. That's all that matters to me.
There you go.
Um,
Wait a minute. What about the other ride? We saw footage of it.
no. We
Prototype.
saw test prototype. Not that's what I said when I showed that footage.
Yeah.
This is a prototype that aligns with the patent, but it's not necessarily. But that could be for the park here in the States.
I hate that.
In Japan they
You got to
might-
ride,
yeah,
make
the
it 3
rides for
times.
different
And,
regions.
like,
Well, here's
come
the
on.
thing.
Not
They
everybody
might
can
think
travel the
here
world.
in the States, obviously you're going to want to have a Mario ride. I'm sure they will, but they will think Donkey Kong is more recognizable than Yoshi, so they'll go with a Donkey Kong ride first. I don't know. We got to wait to find out. The whole park's going to be interactive, and you'll have a wristband that you get that has a big red M on it for Mario, and the wristband is magnetic. It's like a slap bracelet, basically. But this allows you to have an interactive experience with the park, and according to this guy, you'll be able to connect it to your Switch. It'll exchange data with
Yeah,
your
that's-
Switch in
that's
some ways.
interesting.
It'll probably connect to My Nintendo or something, and you'll get points. Maybe is my guess.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to make a game that specifically works
So
with it.
Disney, I don't know if you're familiar. Disney has a wristband.
I've
like
heard
that.
of Disney. Yes.
Disney's wristbands are. That's it. That's your pass into the park. That's your pass onto the rides. If you want to do a fast pass, that's
Bagel
what you
Net. I
use.
love that. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
That's what you use for your fast pass. That's what you use for your credit card. You go to a store, you use your wristband.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what they're looking.
Yeah,
to do
same
with
kind
this.
of thing. The park will feature Bowser elements and Princess Peach's castle as well, and the park will have 3 different like tiers to it, basically. So there's some
You'll pay an arm and a leg to get in.
there's some
Well, that's
official
yeah.
details for you. I mean, it's a
that's
theme
my
park.
problem.
Of course you will.
No, but that's like my issue with you have to go all the way across the globe to spend a fortune to get across the globe just to spend another fortune to go into the park. Gosh.
And then a fortune while you're in
Man,
the
you
park.
smell great.
Well,
You wash your hands.
yeah.
Turn the page.
What?
Wash your hands. Akmaguin says,
Do
love the
you-
park and the ideas around it, but why is that Mario art so unsettling? Well, that's official art, my friend. It's that face. Yeah, that face is in that weird, like, I'm smiling, but I also want to kill you area.
No, actually, that face is. I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I'm tired. Please, I don't want to smile
Wait, what?
anymore.
You hear that?
NPD. NPD.
What is that?
NPD. NPD.
Thanks for limiting yourself there. We have NPD data. Nikki Hill, don't you dare look.
Oh,
Mom
I'm just
Brain,
looking at
Nikki
that
Hill,
face. I feel
2-man
bad
team
for
here.
him.
Kirby is a big help.
That face.
PC,
got
you know we
so
will.
much like sadness in it. He's like, I don't
Mhm.
want to be here.
We have NPD data for August 2019.
Or maybe that
Again,
face is just that he's tired from climbing that flagpole.
we have the top 20 software overall. I'm just looking for the top 10 from you guys. We will let you guess on your own, and then I will do my new approach of singing you songs from the
He's
games.
saying, "Take the
get
darn
it. I
picture.
get it.
I can't hold on
You
anymore."
really like that picture. I get it. Can we do NPD now, please?
Can
Yes.
I look at the?
No.
Oh, I saw the title, so there's a name there.
Well, yeah. Okay, then say that one right away.
NPD. Astral Chain.
Astral Chain, yes. Astral Chain came in at number 10
And
overall
that's-
with just 2 days worth of data.
and
So
that's
that
from
is
Platinum.
excellent. Platinum and Nintendo. Nintendo co-developed. But it's excellent to see a Platinum game debut in the top 10, and it just had 2 days worth of data. Great news. Great news there. Okay.
2 days and it's in the top 10.
Yeah, I know. That's very good. For a new franchise, really good. Okay, guys, go ahead. What's your guesses?
gotta go
Nintendo
home.
games, right? Smash.
It's just NPD top 10. It doesn't mean there's Nintendo games. And yes, Smash Brothers is in here. It's
Grand
number
Theft
5.
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto is in here. Yes. Yes, it's number 3.
NFL.
Nope.
Madden.
Oh, hold on. Madden, yes, it's number 1.
This guy.
Sorry.
Nope, it wasn't.
Blunders, I like that. Madden Egg Ball.
Hmm.
Catch the chocolate egg.
Overwatch. Assassin's
Overwatch,
Creed.
No. Assassin's
no.
Creed. Number 20.
Ghost Recon.
I'm sure that's in here somewhere.
Splinter Cell.
Okay, I'll give you guys hints. You're already having trouble.
Hold on.
Okay.
Give us hints. Mario Kart.
Mario
Deluxe
Kart is number
8,
7. Yes, very good.
Deluxe.
All right, number 2. Ooh,
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yes. 3. You got 4. Oh no, you're not. You guys don't know this. Do 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 do.
Graduation game?
Do 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 do.
It's an RPG. It's something something.
It's what?
Do
Final
Something
Fantasy.
something.
Dragon Quest.
PC in the chat guessed it.
I mean,
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
that's
There
it.
you go. Very good.
Did they
You
graduate
got
in that game?
Okay. No. Oh yes, this one they do.
There
Yes.
you go. It sounds like a graduation song.
Number 6. Ba 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 ba.
Zelda.
Mario Maker.
2.
Yes. You got that. Okay. Oh no, I could do a song.
By the
for
way, I was kidding about Zelda.
this. Bum bum bam bum bam bum beep bum 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 beep bum beep bum bam bam bum bum bam bum beep bum beep bum 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 bam bum beep bum beep bum bam 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 bam.
Mortal
Street Fighter,
Kombat.
Yes, Mortal Kombat. Number 9 is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. There you go. And then number 10, Astral Chain. You guys did it. You're already done.
Great job.
I
11 through 20.
didn't say Rainbow Six. I
You
said Ghost
you
Recon.
said Tom Clancy, whatever.
No, I didn't. I said
Okay, you didn't get it.
Splinter Cell.
It was Ghost Recon, or it was Rainbow Six Siege.
Is that guy? Did he die?
Tom Clancy's been dead for a long
No.
time.
Michael Ironside. He died recently, right?
No, did he?
And by recently, I mean like 2 years ago?
No, I feel like I just saw an interview with him.
Probably did. I think I'm just confused.
11 through 20, Marvel's Spider-Man, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Super Mario Party, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, The Dark Pictures, Man of Medan, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Man of Medan.
Oh, he's alive.
Man of Medan. Yeah, I thought he was alive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's some other specifics about this month. Switch was the best-selling hardware for August and remains the best-selling platform of 2019. Switch is the only platform with sales gains both in August as well as year-to-date. Switch performance was driven. Switch performance was the driver of growth for this month. 5 of the top 10 best-selling video games of August 2019 are all Switch exclusives. And Astral Chain launched as the 10th best-selling game of August. The only new release to place amongst the top 10. What do you think of that? Good news all around for Nintendo. These NPDs have been really good for Nintendo for a while now. I'm sure next month will be more of the same. Thanks, Nintendo. We will catch you next time. Never Unplaying says 9 exclusives plus 2 multi-platform games in the top 20. Granted, it's summer, but that's pretty insane. I would agree with that, my friend. Good news all around. I said we were going to have something sad to talk about, and we're going to talk about it right now. Masahiro Sakurai at the Japan Game Awards gave acceptance speeches for Smash Brothers, winning a whole bunch of things, and he gave a little tidbit about why he works so hard on the game. He says, "I'm sorry for bringing up this personal story at a time like this, but making Smash Brothers on the Switch was the last mission the late Satoru Iwata gave to me." Should I wait for you to eat snacks while I'm talking about this?
These are really good. They're gummy ginger gummies.
I've put my all into the game, and with more DLC, I will continue to work hard. So now you know. This is the biggest Smash Brothers game ever. It's gonna have more characters than any other Smash Brothers game. Sakurai has said multiple times that there will never be a Smash Brothers that has this many characters again. And now you know part of the reason why he's working his butt off on it. Autumnal Blake says, "I'm not crying, you're crying. Iwata's lasting impact on the industry is a true testament to his ability and his character." I agree, my friend. Yes, that was a very nice sentiment for Sakurai to share, and I feel it was the perfectly appropriate time to do it. Sakurai also in his speech took time to tell people to stop asking for Iron Man and Goku in Smash Brothers because it's not going to happen. He says, "I get all these kinds of requests from abroad like, where is my beloved Iron Man? Or where is my beloved Goku? However, basically, Smash will only have content from video games in it." So he's saying, listen, if it's not a game character, we're not going to make him playable in Smash Brothers, okay? Autumnal Blake says, "Not only is a number of franchises incredibly impressive, it means there's a wide pool of people with some kind of interest in the game. I think most people are happy with the fact that it is remaining games only. It's important to have some cohesion." Yeah, once you open up the floodgates like that and you throw Iron Man in there or Goku or Shrek or whoever, then who the hell else is it? It's been a meme. Adding Shrek in there. Yes, Master Koi, that does mean that Gex is still possible. Don't worry. After our, that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about whittling down the soundboard. How we should have like a public vote.
I forgot I was here.
My body is ready.
On what should be on there. Because there's a lot. We got 3 pages and some just aren't used. I think maybe we should whittle it down.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I mean, don't worry, Barry's not going anywhere, but some of the other ones we might have to get rid of them. But I was going to say we got to add some Gex clips to the soundboard. Also, very quickly, there's a glitched Pokemon on the Pokemon Sword and Shield website. This is officially a feature. They're teasing something. What it is remains to be seen. So you can go to the website and check out the glitched page for Pokemon. Hello, Kirby Volt Thanks for joining us. It's not Poltergeist PC.
It
No,
looks like it kind of looks like a unicorn or a white horse with like a really big head and a smug look.
well, don't worry, because Autumnal Blake has the first comment, and he's got the exclusive art on it. It's right there. Autumnal
shield?
Blake drew a picture and said, "Masterpiece, you're welcome." Or I believe he drew the picture. Maybe he got it from somewhere else. But yeah, I don't know when they're going to reveal what this Pokemon is, but I would imagine it's coming soon if they're already teasing it. And then very quickly, our last top story.
Not even close.
Not even close. Oh, that was pretty good. I'm proud of myself on that one. That's a pretty good David Hayter.
Ooh, shot down.
Fire Emblem Three Houses is close to being the best-selling franchise entry in United States history.
Jackpot!
Right now, Fire Emblem Awakening still holds the record for physical sales. Fire Emblem Three Houses is very close to that, which is already impressive because Awakening has been on the market for a very long time.
Is it
And
Fire
Three
Emblem
Houses
3?
has been on the market since July.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
No, where? No.
No?
No. And also, Matt Piscatella at the NPD says that if digital sales were included, then there's no doubt it would be the #1 biggest selling entry in a franchise in the United States. But NPD only gets the retail data for this game.
So there's been games about like designer, like you design clothing and stuff. Have there been extreme home makeover games where like
Extreme ham makeovers.
extreme ham makeovers where you put makeup on a pig? Extreme home makeovers or whatever, like, you know, where you go in and you redesign a space.
You're asking me, are there?
Yeah. I feel like I could benefit from that.
Are there
'cause-
home
'cause
makeover games?
I've been in my house for like 6
What about
years.
The Sims? You make homes in The Sims, and if you don't like it, you make it over. PC could tell you all about it.
But I want something a little more realistic.
Herbie Volt also says, "What about Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer?"
I guess that is there's
PC's yelling. It's called The Sims, Nicky Hill. Get with it.
there's my answer, Fishbowl.
There, Malik Halo says there's a house flipper game, which is true.
What have I gotten
Tell
myself
my parents.
That's it. That's our top. That's our top stories for today, guys. Man, we've been so busy with news lately. We gotta motor through this
Can
other
I
stuff. Huh?
can
What?
I offend you for a second?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
So offensive.
Oh, that.
That accent is so
I thought you were gonna like give me something.
Hold on. So the chat is in line with the actual feed. They're like talking right in line with us.
Yeah, there's not the lag as much.
It took me freaking several weeks to figure
I
that
know,
out.
right? Very cool. That is another cool feature. Yes, they are right with us pretty much.
Discord is very better than Datcord.
It is very better. There's still lag, but it's not as bad. What was I gonna say?
Good night, everybody.
Oh, what have we been playing? Nicky Hill, what have you been playing?
Toon Blast, because as many times as I say I'm done with it, I don't delete it.
Giant
I
Reggie,
don't delete it.
Giant Reggie says so very much better. Yeah.
So very much. And then I started playing a game, I think last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Trying to play it in car rides, and it's really tough for me. Oh, I talked about it already. I'm about 16 hours into Okami. I know it's kind of new to the Switch, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm really upset that I'm 16 hours into the game. I defeated the main creature that I was supposed to defeat, Orochi.
Coleman says Okami, the game that never ends. I figured that's what you were getting into.
And 16 hours in, and I'm told by my little mushroom friend that my adventure is just beginning.
And you were like, that's where you're wrong, my friend.
Thing
You
is,
delete the game.
thing is, well, no, clearly I won't delete the game. I keep saying I'm going to delete Toon Blast. I don't remember the part that I was just at
Don't believe it.
from the last time I played it. I know I played it, but I don't remember it. But there's like there's a ship
into something else.
there's a shipwreck in that game, right? Or am I thinking of one of the Zeldas?
You
don't
could play it
remember.
again. I haven't played it since
I mean,
it
it's
originally came out. I'm sure
so-
Coleman could tell you.
The music,
There's boats.
the graphics, like just the art style, everything makes me feel fantastic. when I
Autumnal
play
Blade
it.
confirms there is a shipwreck.
Okay, so yeah, that's out there somewhere. Just waiting to be explored.
Is that all you've played?
I mean, yeah.
Then let me parlay your tidbit into my tidbit. I am playing
Is that
Zelda.
called
I am playing Zelda Link's Awakening on the Switch. I can talk about certain aspects of it.
Zelda
One of the things I
Link's
can talk about is the game has a special feature in the options menu
that takes you
that
right to a walkthrough.
recaps everything you've done. So you can go in and be like, what the hell did that guy say? What the hell was I doing? And it's all right there. You can see what the owl told you. You can see what you've been doing. It's great. It's great. Great feature. Not the first game to have it.
Owl Newman is in it?
Yeah, not the first game to have it, but it's a very welcome addition, especially when you are like me and you're older and you're playing a billion things and you don't have time and you're like, God, what was I doing? What did that guy say to me? Now you can go back and look.
Can I tell you?
Mixing tidbits.
So I play Okami because I commute with somebody. So when he's driving,
we're done. You're done talking.
I play Okami on the way in, and if I still have enough charge, I play it on the way home. I don't need to be playing a million
physically,
things.
right? I mean, like long day at work.
What are you talking about?
Have enough charge left in the old body.
Oh,
the
yeah.
old body battery.
Yeah, existentially and electronically. But you're saying like you forget because you're playing so many things. I'm playing one thing, and sometimes I get in the car on the way home and I start the game and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
It happens.
My brain is fried. I can't watch media.
You got to put your phone somewhere else. That's your problem.
That's part of the problem.
Big part.
But I'm just so exhausted.
They say the phone drains you like nothing else.
Metaphysically, existentially.
I deleted my work email off my phone. Best decision I ever made. Second best decision I ever made, as far as that's concerned.
A month from now should be like, I stopped going to work. Best decision I ever made. So yes, I'm playing Link's Awakening. You can watch my video preview, which shows nearly 10 minutes of gameplay, formatted and edited to embargo guidelines.
I
So
formatted it.
I just wanted to point that out. Also, hello Rex, thanks for joining. Also, I want to say that you can read my preview impressions as well, which are completely different. Well, I guess technically not, because I'm talking about the same game, but it's not a script from the video. I did not write a script for the video. I hate writing scripts for videos. I never do that. I like talking honestly, open, free thought.
Scripts? Like pre-planned?
Yeah, like this is what a lot of outlets do, and I'm not knocking them because it's the way you're supposed to do it to sound professional. I get it. You write down a preview or a review, and then that is read for your video review with slight alterations, obviously.
Right.
Me personally,
it's your guide.
Me personally, I don't like that. I hate it. I just, it sounds so like Astral Chain, made by Platinum Games and Nintendo, is the latest foray. I'm like, oh, shut up!
You do
no, tell me how
videos
you really
like
feel
that?
like a person.
Can you do videos like that with that like stereotypical YouTube
Here's a
voice?
secret for you. I did one, and when I was done, I deleted it. Never to be seen again. I did the whole thing just to see how it was, and I was like, I feel so bad right now. The closest I'll get to it is when Nintendo does a review for us, because he'll have access to a game I don't, and then he'll write the review. I'll edit it to make it sound better in English, and then he is not comfortable reading or narrating in English. He's comfortable like having a conversation, but not reading for the purposes of narration in a review. So I will read it, and you can't make that sound natural. It sounds read no matter what. So I do those. I'm like, oh man, do I hate the way this sounds, but it is what it is. I got to do it.
Well,
There's
you
no
need
other
to
way around
memorize it and put it in your own words.
Memorize it. Yep, that's what I'll do. Memorize somebody else's words and put it in my own. Technically, the review is at least somewhat in my own words, but it's taken from Don's review.
Right.
He's not a native English speaker. I would say he does fantastically well. 99% of it makes sense. Every once in a while, there'll be a word in there I need to change, but I switch up syntax and stuff like that.
I'm just thinking like the videos on YouTube that are, top 5 ghost videos, and the people are like, so you can see in the right corner.
I don't get it.
And something is about to happen.
I know I don't I know I'm in the minority. I know I'm in the minority because that's how a lot of things are in the game industry anyway, or the games press, I should say. And that's what people like. And I'm sorry. I know.
I like it because they're comical in their own way. Like that stuff. But.
Thanks for watching, PC. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Have a good day.
Feel free to text me directly, and I'll ignore your comments. I can't do it. It's not me. I don't like it. I don't enjoy that kind of coverage.
No way!
I like hearing what sounds genuine. I don't like I like whatever. It's me. I know my way of doing it isn't the most popular, and it's different from the norm, but it's the way I'm going to do it.
Hey, man. It's who you are, man. You know?
It's who you are.
It's who you are.
Oh, it's who you... I thought you said who you are.
Toot you are, man.
Anyway, so I'm playing Link's Awakening. I'm greatly enjoying it. I played the original a bazillion times because...
I just wonder what Ganon
I just wondered what Ganon was up to.
Is Ganon in the... Is he in the giant egg?
See, this is the weird thing.
Is Ganon in the giant egg? I
never
never played the game. Did I just get it right?
This is the weird thing. I have the embargo, which says don't talk about this, that, and the other thing.
The game has been out for how many years?
So if I say something now,
I never played the game. I hope I didn't spoil it.
If I say something now, I'm like, am I breaking embargo? Or do I have to say, like, I'm talking about the original Game Boy game? And then say, I don't know what to do. It doesn't make sense.
Huh? What?
They don't want to ruin it for newcomers, and I get it. So I won't be talking about any of that stuff, but I can talk to you about up to the third dungeon and my experience with that so far.
You've much to learn.
As I said in my video, the dungeon design really holds up. But once I got to, the first dungeon is whatever, it's a very straightforward dungeon. But once I got to the third dungeon, I was like, man, this is a good dungeon. It still is interesting. There's some unique puzzles in there. And it feels good. I was surprised at how much the dungeon stuff held up. Also, Nintendo did a really good job of keeping the quirkiness and the weirdness and the vibe of Link's Awakening, which is what made Link's Awakening one of my favorite Zeldas, because it is so different in tone from the other Zelda games. And I was afraid some of that was going to get lost, but obviously Nintendo made the damn game, so they know how to keep that stuff for the sequel, or the remake, I'm sorry. And it's in there. I thought some of it will be lost because of the change in visuals. That's not the case. I thought some of it will be lost because of the change in sounds, like, remade songs and everything. All the songs are still there, but they're redone in a certain style. They have like Nintendo's taking a very quaint approach to the audio and the visuals. Like the visuals look like kind of like toys, and it has like I don't know any other way to say it besides the real term tilt shift look to it. How would you describe it? Looks like miniatures, I guess. And the audio is very, very, again, quaint. It's like a very small selection of instruments, and it sounds like a little it sounds like a group of 5 people playing the music.
A quintet.
Quintet. And it has such a good feel. It just mixes with the visuals well, and both of those combined, the visuals and the audio, the way that they're redone, does a great job of retaining that unique feel that's in the original game. I also said that, if you're going from Breath of the Wild to this and you've never played this, you're going to feel restricted, because basically it's like swing your sword and that's it. You block enemy attacks, but it's not going to be like the sophisticated combat of Breath of the Wild. But that's not the point. This is a Zelda game that came out 26 years ago, so it's looking to retell that story and that experience, and give people that experience who haven't had it yet. So it is
all the while cashing in on an IP that has just gotten some extra.
Well, to tell you the truth, it's the perfect one to remake for Switch, because it was a portable Zelda. So the Switch is portable. It makes sense. The game was built around portable sensibilities back in the day, so that translates directly to what the Switch can do. So I think it's a great fit. I'd love to see them do Oracle of Ages and Seasons, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'd love to see a Minish Cap redone. Basically, any Zelda I'd like to see redone. But if you're going to talk about ones that make a lot of sense for a Switch, I'd stick with the portable ones. But yes, did I cry when playing it, Drake?
Why are you asking?
Drake asks, did you cry when playing it? I teared up, certainly, at some of the music, and in particular the intro, just because that is really at the forefront of my memory of the game. Like I said, I've played it so many times, but I love the soundtrack in Link's Awakening. And as I've said here, they've done a great job of remaking it and tweaking it. And the central theme song to Link's Awakening, like you have the Ballad of the Windfish. That's a huge element of the whole game itself. It's one of your main motivations for the game. And hearing that come together and hearing it with like someone actually singing it, even though they're just humming, it just does something to me. Like it tugs on those nostalgia heartstrings, but it also it's kind of like going back. It's kind of like how you look at something with rose tinted glasses, although that would be sight. I'm talking about hearing, but you get my idea. Like when I remember it in my head, I obviously remember how it sounded on the Game Boy, but I also embellish it too. I think of it how basically I hear it in my mind, how it makes me feel. And then hearing it in Link's Awakening, like brings some of that to life, if any of that makes any sense. But man, it's good. Yes. Everything that made the game feel like it did on the Game Boy is still here, but with charm and extra attention to detail and quality of life improvements. And it's really great. I will have my full review.
Quality of life improvements?
Yeah, things that make it easier to play. Like, for example, back on the original, you had to, every time you were using a new item, you had to go into menu screen and lock it into a button because there was A and B on the Game Boy, and that was it. So you were switching stuff all the time. Here you have a lot of buttons to assign things to. Plus, there's things that don't to be assigned anymore. Like you can just they're automatically part of what Link can do.
Does it use the touchscreen?
I'm playing docked. I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't imagine it does. Maybe for menus it does, or for the new dungeon feature it does. Dungeon Creator. That'd make sense. But I have not tried touchscreen yet. That's on my list of things I need to do for this coming week.
Also, yeah, I use the touchscreen in Okami.
Oh, you set that up right now?
I think it's standard. Like it's an option no matter what you do. But I just thought it was like you draw on the screen, but you have to hit the draw button to get it.
Hey, Blunners, my first Zelda was Zelda 2 as well. And I was alive when the first Zelda came out, but I don't know why I played Zelda. Oh, it was because my mom and dad bought me an NES, and at the time
What is that?
it's a truck. You drive one.
Yeah, that is his car.
Oh, yeah.
It's
rod of some sort.
What was I saying? It's gone now. It's completely gone. Damn it, what was I saying? I completely lost. Oh, Zelda 2. I got the NES as a gift when my parents bought it, and there was a bundle at the time that was the original Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt that combined cartridge plus Zelda 2. So that's why I played Zelda 2 first. All right, so I played that. If you want more detailed thoughts, go check out those videos. I also played... I played Jet Cave Adventure, but I don't think I can talk about it yet. The review for that can go up this coming week. So it comes out on the 17th. So yeah, you'll hear about it soon. Can't talk about that.
You'll hear about that too.
Yes.
Yes.
So this past week in Japan, they put out a demo for Contra, the new Contra Rogue Core. And the demo came out in Japan first. We didn't know if it was coming to North America or Europe. It did later in the week. But I downloaded a demo from Japan because I put out a video a couple weeks ago saying that I was really worried about Contra Rogue Core because it looked bad. And that is visuals and gameplay. But I said visuals don't matter to me. If the game is fun, I don't care how crappy it looks. So I downloaded the demo. And I played it for a video on the YouTube channel, and you got my first experience as I was playing it. I was doing commentary on it. My first time sitting down with the game. I'll be damned if it wasn't fun. It is not a visually pleasing game to me in any way, shape, or form. I think it is an ugly game. But I went from being worried about the game in terms of gameplay to really enjoying the demo. I honestly really liked it. And I know a lot of people are having trouble getting past the graphics, and I get it. I'm just telling you, that's not how I operate. I can play a game that looks like garbage as long as it plays well. And I had fun. Now, the question is it Contra? Well, it has some elements of Contra.
What, guns?
It has guns, lots of shooting enemies. It has doors where you shoot the red center to open them up. So there are mechanics in there. It has a spread gun. It has elements of Contra. Does it feel like Contra? I don't know. I need more time with it. I think pacing wise, it's off from Contra. But again, I like what I played a lot. So I could. It'll be an interesting review to do because I could end up really liking the game, but saying it probably shouldn't have been a Contra game because it doesn't really feel like Contra. So you had to decide if Konami was setting out to make a new Contra game or Konami set out to make some game and they're like, let's just throw the Contra name on it to try and sell some more copies. I don't know. But either way, if it's a fun game, at least I can appreciate that. Whether it's a fun game that is Contra or it's a fun game that doesn't feel like Contra, we'll find out later. But play that demo. If you can get past the graphics, play the demo. I was really, really, really surprised with it. I honestly enjoyed it a ton. I also I can't talk about that. I'm playing Sayonara Wild Hearts, but I can't tell you anything about it. Oh, I want to tell you something, Monbray.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after the show. There's something you're gonna love.
Okay.
That's all I played. Monbray, what have you been playing?
June's Journey.
That's on mobile.
Sugar Blast.
That's on mobile. Oh, I played Sugar Blast, yeah.
Stardew Valley.
Mm.
And Control.
Oh, that's right. You started Control.
Mm-hmm. I did.
That's really outside of your wheelhouse, a PS4 game.
Yeah.
You know, Mom Brain never plays PS4 when she was like, what button do I hit to confirm? What do I hit to get out of menus?
Yeah.
I was like, it's almost always
I need
X
like a
and
little
circle.
post-it. I was
Hang
like,
it up next to the
I was
TV.
like, this isn't working. I can't get this isn't working. And then I was like, I'm probably not pushing the right button. Yeah. Which I really, so the other games that I've played, I've talked to you about. But Control, I'm enjoying. I have found that while I'm not 100% comfortable with the controls and whatever, I feel pretty good about it. It took me a little while in the beginning to like get going and like had to fight some stuff, and that was like over and over and over again.
Master Koi, I see what you're saying. I disagree.
What?
Apparently, it's not called the X button. It's called the cross button. There's a whole big thing about that recently, but I'm going to stay with
So I'm going to say that, I got like into it and got more comfortable as time went on, and I'm enjoying it. But as always, if there are 2 control sticks, I get motion sick. So
the camera in this game also has a very smooth movement to it, so I could see that being heightened. Your issue being heightened by that.
Yeah,
it's not yours. It doesn't have your standard like rigid camera turning. It's like smoothed out a bit when you do it, so that might add something to it.
Yeah, but so far I really enjoy the game. Occasionally when I play a game like that that's like story rich or that is atmosphere rich, I find that like my inability to control it with any real ability gets in the way of like what I really want to get to, which is like the story and the atmosphere. But this is just, it's in my zone of proximal development.
Where you're at right now. You'll get better as you go along too.
Where am I at? I don't.
No. I'm saying where you're at right now.
Like,
as you continue on, you'll get better.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Great job.
What about you, Romy?
He actually talked already about it.
You didn't hear like the
I'm
last.
kidding. I'm being silly.
All right, look at me. I'm gonna give you one chance right now to be perfectly honest.
I'm being perfectly honest.
Were you kidding?
I was kidding.
Okay.
Then what was one game that he played?
Ooh.
He
Ooh.
played Control.
I'm so sorry. That is not correct.
Metis.
That is not correct either.
Well,
Mom Brain, did you
Link's
just
Awakening.
lie? Yes, I played Link.
yeah, I know he played Man of Menace. I saw his handprint in my badge.
Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general, or they can be about anything you
I'm
want.
sorry to call you out like
No,
that.
that was a good idea. Autumnal Blake
Great
again has a question and says, what are your favorite Nintendo decorations you have in your house? Mine are a poster from the Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses and a Triforce light. My favorite is not appropriately displayed, and that needs to be remedied, and it's something I've needed to remedy for years. I have the only one in existence, a special cake made for Nintendo NY to celebrate, what was it? Something's anniversary, or was it Miyamoto's birthday?
It's Miyamoto's birthday, I think. It's fondant, and I'm sure it's in a box in the basement. I'm sure it's molded and disgusting at this stage of the game.
I saw it recently. Tastes great. It still looks fine. It looks fine. It's just very brittle. But it's the only one in existence. You can look up, like, if you go, let's see if I can find it.
You said the only one in existence. I was thinking the giant Doom game box that you
No, that's not the only one in existence.
It might be.
It wasn't the only one made, but it may be the only one still existing in
Hmm.
this world.
It's in good shape too. Yeah, here, if you go to Google and type this in, Miyamoto birthday cake, Nintendo World Store, and look at the pictures, that's the cake I
It's
have.
called Nintendo New York now.
Well, yeah, I was searching by old terms. There is, here, I'll show you on camera. This is the only one that ever existed. And one day, out of nowhere, I got a call from someone at Nintendo, and they were like, hey, do you want this cake? We're going to throw it away. And I was like, why would you throw it away?
But you don't have it. You have one tier of it, right?
I have all of it,
No, the whole thing.
except the edible part.
the edible.
I have
the
3
top
of the tier.
Yeah.
And the Mario. on
And the
top.
Mario. Yeah, I have everything.
You have that Mario there?
Yes.
It's downstairs. I just moved it.
The only thing I don't
never
have,
saw the Mario.
Yeah, oh yeah, I have it. I took it and put it somewhere separately because the cat was trying to attack it. But yes,
how
I have
did
it.
you hold out on me like that?
I mean,
We've
I
been
told
friends
you.
for how long, and you have something like that, and you don't show me.
Yeah,
would
I
love
need
to.
to.
snack
I need
on
to
that.
get a case to put it in, to display it in. I don't know why I don't have one. They told me they were going to throw it out, and I was horrified. Why would you throw that out? I'm surprised it's something they didn't keep for the store. That should be on display in the store. They keep everything else there on display.
Well, like for your 1-year anniversary, so like 10 years later, you should have Miyamoto come over and have a taste.
Nikki Hill, do you have anything Nintendo related that's your favorite? Any decorations in your house that you really like?
I don't really have many
There it is.
decorations
That's
in my
the-
house. That's why I need this home decorating game so I
Thank
can
you,
learn how to
Roth.
decorate my house.
I understand.
I've got some things, but they're all in boxes.
Roth put a picture of the cake in the Discord chat right now. That is the
Oh,
cake
thank
that I
you.
have. Also, yeah, look at that. Colma has something I have as well. One of those. Yes, can you grab me that right there?
The bottle.
Yeah, Colma, this is great. Colma put a picture of an unopened water bottle from the Switch launch event. Don't you dare open it. And I have one too, Colma. There you go. Yes, I have an unopened bottle of water from the Switch launch event. Yeah, from it might be the Wii. It's Wii or 3DS. I don't know where that one is. I don't know. Have a taste. Yeah, I have some unique Nintendo stuff without a doubt. Which I would love to have a room to just display it in, but we don't have that kind of room in the house, so it's just scattered throughout. All right, thank you for your question, Autumnal Blake. Thank you for everything, Autumnal Blake. Also, over on the Patreon, if you're a member of the Patreon, which you can be a member for just $1, you can join the official questions thread that's just for Patreon members. And this week we have a question from Guy Bones. I am supposed to thank a Patreon member every week, and I have like a lot to choose from, and I don't know if I've thanked Guy Bones before, but I obviously say Guy Bones' name a lot because he's active on the site. So I apologize if I've already said Guy Bones as the Patreon member I want to thank. I'll double up next week if that's the case. But for today, thank you, Guy Bones. Guy Bones
so
says,
much for playing my game.
Guy Bones says, come on, Brain. Nikki Hill, are you ready?
Yes.
Imagine you're at the bakery or DMV amusement park, somewhere with lines. You enter the establishment while talking to your friend on the phone and notice the baker taking the order of one person and nobody else is there. Your friend asks if there is a line at the bakery. Do you think only a single person making their order constitutes a line? Please
No.
discuss. No.
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 It's not a line.
You take this one, Brain.
I mean, there is a queue.
I might even
There
say
is a line there.
that
No.
like
You're second in line.
Even like 2 people isn't really a line.
I
Like,
might-
a line means like a line. Like I'm gonna be here a while.
Hold on.
If somebody asked me, I might say it's me and another person.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But if they were like,
No, you're not
if
going to be
somebody's
like,
asking me, is that a
"Oh,
line? I would
that's
say,
a
no, that's not a line. But I'm using line in like lengthwise. Yeah. Like I would say if somebody's going to tell me, yeah,
Is
there's
there
a
a weight?
line.
Is
If
there
somebody's going to tell me,
anybody
yeah,
who's
there's a
seen
line, in my head, I imagine like 5 people.
Yeah.
And it also depends on
If
where you're at.
the 4th person or more, it's a line. Unless you're somewhere that like is not is known to be a not busy place.
Hiley and Tom says a line mathematically is defined by 2 points, but I understand there's a definition like that. But I think in this term, when people ask, "Is there a line?" they're not asking, "Are there 2 people?"
But
They're
if-
asking, "Is there a
But-
sizable weight?"
But if you try to do customer service on the phone or
Tell me,
onli-
Colma.
or on the internet online, and you're not the next one to be taken care of, it says your position is number 3 in line, number 2 in line.
Well, it is a line, though. Yeah, we're
It's
not disputing is it a
conceptual
line.
lines.
But if someone's, oh man, Colma. But if somebody's asking me that,
Now, how
I'm
about
not going to tell them
hold
there's
on.
a line. I'd say there's one person here.
what if that one person?
Thank you, Rex. I appreciate it. Rex, if you are on the Patreon and you connect your username, Nintendo can tell you all about it. Other people, Autumnal Blake knows how to do it. Your name will get switched to that special color that Autumnal Blake has that I think we decided was salmon. The Slam and Salmons, yes.
So if there's only one person, but they're placing an order for 50 people and you have to wait.
Mhm.
Now
That's what I said. It depends on also where you're at.
So a service queue or line is not just length, but also time.
Yeah,
I
because
said it depends
if
on where
I'm-
you're at.
If I'm at ShopRite and there's one person in front of me whose order is like on the belt, but they've still got stuff in the cart, and then I go behind them, I'm
Yeah.
in line.
I'm trying to think of like where you go where like one person could be enough for you to be like,
ShopRite.
It's not. I mean, like I get
Yes.
it. That's annoying, but
Here's another question though. You're in a waiting room. You're at the doctor's office. Everyone's sitting down, but you're waiting.
You say, is
You're-
there a wait? Not is
you're
there a
not
line?
in line. You're just waiting.
well, let me tell
It's
you.
a waiting room. It's not a lineup room, right?
Let me tell you what.
This question has legs.
Let me tell you. Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, not to be rude, but the Patreon members are the hardest of the hardcore GoNintendo people, and they know the kind of questions we want. Guy Bones goes on to say, I would think that it does constitute a line. How else would you describe it? The person is not in line. Does being in line only include people waiting and not the person in the process of the act? Maybe. I don't
Because
know.
you could say line up behind that person.
Here's another thing. You go into a Dunkin', formerly known as Dunkin' Donuts. There's nobody in there, right? There's a sign that says line starts here.
That's if there were to be a
Duh.
line.
Kirby Volt says, though,
There's a line there. Conceptual line. and
Kirby
no one's
Volt
even
says,
in the
though, if we
space.
go with that idea, then lines at theme parks aren't lines since they use wait time for length. Yeah, I know. It's a tough one. Great question.
No, but that's a
This
line.
is hot. This
No,
is
that's
hot.
a line. That means how long does it take to get from the back of the line
Right,
to the
right,
front of the
right.
line?
No,
Listen.
that's a line.
Come on now.
I want to say this.
Don't
in-
take our words and twist them.
In the great, oh man, BagelNet just posted a GIF of Beetlejuice waiting in the waiting room with the
Aw,
huge number.
we were just watching
watched
that.
last week. In the
Did
great
you guys want to see that, by the
pantheon,
way?
debatable. In the great pantheon, if you really wanted to see it, I'd be like, all right.
No,
I'll
you
go.
don't have to do it.
Aw, that's lovely.
In
You're
the
such a
great
martyr.
pantheon of Go Nintendo questions, we have hot dog, we have pizzas,
Have we talked about the taco thing though?
and
did I bring that up?
I think we now have lines. I think it deserves being there. Also, we have what constitutes a whole. We've done that before.
What a hole! Can you put that on the?
Wow, what a whole!
we also had the conversation
Thanks, Guy Bones.
about
Great question.
what constitutes like a slice
Yep. We've done
of
that.
pizza because I was listening to that on
What
NPR.
makes a
Sandwich.
sandwich, which was part of the hot dog one.
Yeah.
Guy Bowen says, thanks for the burps and the cat butts. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you for the Patreon membership. I hope you're having fun over there. I can't stress this enough. Go ahead. Oh, we unplugged
We're not
you.
plugged in. They heard it. Well, I was gonna.
Oh, they did
Oh,
hear
no,
it.
didn't.
Yeah,
No,
they
didn't.
did hear it.
I'm not plugged in at all.
Oh, that's right. They
Splitter.
did. What was it?
I was gonna say what is a, and then stop and say line.
What was that? Oh, I really hope that you guys, like I said, the Patreon was started in general because people kept asking me to start a Patreon, and I said I'm not going to make anything gated. Like it's just going to be $1. You get everything, whatever I end up doing over there. I hope you guys on the Patreon are having fun. I honestly really like doing a Patreon. Monday through Friday, I post a new blog about all kinds of stuff, personal thoughts, stuff about Nintendo, content coming up. I did a post yesterday about a secret on GoNintendo that I told Mom Brain about.
Oh,
Can't talk about it. It's a secret on GoNintendo that I've been doing pretty much since the first year. And I love it. And now the Patreon members know about it. It's not anything like important.
What if a Patreon member tells other non-members?
Oh, that's fine. I don't care. You paid the buck. Do whatever the hell you want.
But you won't tell us.
I'll tell. You're the only one at the table that doesn't know. Here, I'll tell you one that I did yesterday that isn't part of it. On Friday the 13th, I love to sneak Jason into pictures to see who notices, and people never notice because I always hide them really well. So yesterday, here you go. I'll tell you. I was on Friday the 13th. I sneak Jason into pictures. Not every picture, but I tweet him out and I put him in posts and I see if anybody says anything. I had I love this stuff, and you know that I love this stuff. I had I had a picture. If you search for Final Fantasy VIII on GoNintendo,
Okay.
It might not be the most recent story. It'll be like the second one. I hid Jason in a picture. And that's the picture I put on like everything, Facebook and Twitter.
In this artwork?
No, yeah, I'm looking for it now.
September 16th?
Yep, that's Friday the 13th.
Was it Final Fantasy? I thought the
think
story
so,
was Final
too.
Fantasy VIII. I could be wrong.
Well, I typed in VIII.
I don't know what's going on here. I'll show you afterwards. But yes, I sneak. Autumnal Blake says he found one. Yes, we were talking about that on the chat or in Patreon. I sneak stuff into pictures, especially on Friday the 13th, and it's always Jason. I got Jason driving a train. I got Jason hiding in the background by a mountain. I got Jason. If you look up the Nino Cooney story, I have Jason standing on the background of a building. It's great. I love it. So there you go. Now you know something. If it's Friday, if it's
so much, I'm still on September 14th.
If it's a Friday the 13th, then you can be sure that I'm going to sneak Jason into a picture. Mom Brain.
Yeah.
Can
NPD.
Can we do some music?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, volume real low to start off.
Music. You wanna hear
I don't know about that.
You wanna hear it? Oh.
Is that what I sound like?
Was that good? Does that make you happy?
That makes me so happy.
That's great. All right. So the first song today.
Whoa. Get up close to the mic.
I'm chewing on something. I didn't want to be like annoying. First song today comes from our friend Steister. Hold on. There we go.
Hey, thank you. I know this song. Yeah, sometimes I just do the mask.
Are we good on volume?
We could go one more. Why do I know this?
I think you played it.
That's tough.
No, Steel Diver. Why do I know this? I feel like it's something we talked about recently.
It could be. And Nikki Hill might have actually. Oh, maybe not.
It's a Nikki Hill game. There's a hint.
I don't know.
What system?
Wii U and Switch.
Oh, okay. That narrows it down a lot.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild? Yeah, no. This isn't Breath of the Wild. Get close to that mic when you talk.
No.
Wii U. It's definitely third party, but it's high quality. So that
Is it an
really
RPG?
narrows it down.
I think it is an RPG.
Oh, it's a Child of Light.
Sure is.
Oh, there you go.
Didn't you play that, Nikki?
Yeah. on
High
the
quality.
360.
Wii U port.
Okay.
Was it on
I was
the
gonna
Wii U? I played on the 360.
It was on the Wii U. Or-
That's
360?
Child of Light, and it came to us from Steister.
I don't remember what else it was on, but it was on the Wii U.
Something.
This one comes from Bellamin.
I know this.
Kitara.
No.
What system?
Wii.
Sounds spooky,
It's not.
but is it like fun spooky?
I mean, not like overall. This may be.
It's not first party.
It is first party.
Oh. Turn it down a little bit. First party.
Luigi's Mansion?
No.
Okay, it's not Zelda.
No.
Pokemon?
Nope.
Go
Is
right
it a
for
Mario Party game or
Nope.
something?
It's not a Mario.
Nope.
Wii something.
No.
Beetlejuice.
Why are you in such a Beetlejuice?
What is this?
I'm not telling you.
All right, let's try this again. It's not Animal Crossing.
No.
It's not Metroid.
Nope.
It's not Zelda.
Nope.
It's not Mario. It's not Pokemon. It's not Kid Icarus.
Nope.
It's not Yoshi.
Nintendo. What is that? Nintendo Life? Nintendo World?
Nope.
No, we're on Wii.
Yeah, what was that game? There was a game on
It's not a channel.
Nope.
like Easy Street. What was that game called?
Fortune Street.
Game
Nope.
Street.
Hmm.
God damn it!
Just dancing around it.
I don't. Oh boy, dancing. Is that a
No.
Just
Just
Dance.
saying, like you're
just dancing around it?
dancing around.
What other first party is there? Kirby always looks at this. Fire Emblem.
No.
Yoshi.
Star
something?
Fox.
Kirby.
Nope. Nope.
Kirby. Yeah. Why did I not think of Kirby at all? I don't know. Go ahead.
Wario Land, Shake It. Good thing you're
It's
the one
Play-Doh. It's
vacuuming.
Play-Doh. Man, how
That
did
was
I not
Wario
think of
Land,
Wario?
Shake It.
You
on
know
the
what?
Wii from Bellamin.
I played that a lot, and I don't remember that song.
This one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
Let me just turn that down a smudge. Here we go.
Autumnal Blake, you got it, buddy. Mario Kart?
Yes.
Okay. What system? Oh, no, don't tell me that. Don't tell me. Let me listen to it a little bit more. Mario Kart Wii.
No.
64.
Yes. Mario Kart 64 from Jet Jaguar.
It's got to be like a, I don't know, U1, Rainbow Road or something.
I don't know.
The Rainbow Road is the road you go to when you die.
This one comes from Glitter Bubble
It's the
3.
old internet video. Some kind of sports thing.
Nope.
Sounds like an arcade. adventure.
Some kind of licensed game.
No.
Really, not licensed. It really sounds like a sports game.
It's not.
Burger Time.
No.
We don't know.
Conker's Pocket Tales on Game Boy Color.
God damn it. I never played it.
Total bummer. And that was from Glitter Bubble 3.
I'm sure you were like, it's Conker. He's going to get it. Well, I didn't.
That one comes from Kyle.
There you go. That's him in a train. Oh, I recognize this.
Sounds like the end credits of an anime.
Sounds like a rip-off Nirvana song.
Yeah.
What system?
Genesis.
Yeah, I thought it was Genesis. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Comic Zone.
Yes.
Bingo, bango.
Comic Zone on Genesis, and that came to us from Kyle.
I knew that.
This one comes to us from Mikey3319, who, if
Is
you'll
feeling
recall,
better.
is still healing and doing okay. We wish for your continued recovery.
What?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Okay, well, that is either a Capcom noise or a Tecmo
Capcom.
noise. Okay. Okay, how about Guardian Legend?
No.
No, that's not what I mean. What's the one you know with the people flying?
Legendary Wings.
No.
Capcom, not licensed. Is licensed.
Well, now look. The name of the game is also the name of either a show or a movie. I'm not sure.
Master of Wizard.
Monster
No.
in My Pocket.
No.
It's Capcom.
I think it's a movie.
Bionic Commando.
So,
I'm trying to think of what Mom Brain's poor knowledge of TV shows and movies is.
That melody right there sounds super familiar.
1942.
no.
1943.
No.
I don't think they made those games. They might have.
Is it a Halloween game?
No.
Sweet Home. Rocketeer.
No.
God, that's such a Capcom noise. Street Fighter.
No.
2010.
No.
Go ahead. We don't know.
Gunsmoke.
Oh, it's not Gunsmoke. I'm sorry. Read that again.
Gun. Dot. Smoke.
There you go. Because they couldn't call it Gunsmoke. It's Gun.Smoke.
This one comes from.
I think Do is a big fan of that one.
That was Gun. Dot. Smoke from Mikey3319. This one comes from Wired.
Oh, by the way, if you're looking for the Nino Cooney hidden picture, it's only on Twitter. Something about diarrhea.
No.
What system?
We.
I have zero idea.
You played it.
Zack and Wiki.
No.
It's the Wii.
Yes.
The Blob.
No.
Elevits.
No.
You know that I played it.
Yes. Franchise.
Oh boy. Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The Umbrella Chronicles.
Yeah.
Oh man. I was thinking that for a second, but I thought I was dead wrong.
That came to us from Wired, and it was Resident Evil: The Umbrella.
The Umbrella Chronicles.
And our next song comes from.
I like this handheld microphone you got going here.
Thank you. It's easier than me like leaning. It's more comfortable. This one comes from BagelNet.
Who's in the chat right now? Portable right off the bat.
No.
All right, so well, I don't know.
Is this the end credits or something?
What system?
I'm not sure.
Super
No.
Nintendo?
64.
Yep, there it is. Quest 64.
No.
Glover.
No.
Bomberman.
No.
Mischief Makers.
Nope.
Is this funny to you?
Watching you struggle, yes.
Should I know this?
You should see him on the toilet.
Beetle Adventure Racing.
No.
San Francisco Rush.
No.
Something licensed.
No.
Winback.
No. I don't think it's licensed.
Yeah, let me get into the feeling here. It's silly. Some kind of ethereal or something cool. Not like rad, like temperature. You got that little jingle. It's a winter something. Is it winter something? You only put that in there if you're doing a winter themed game. Come on.
The name, winter's not in the name, but yes.
See, that's the only reason you use that sound, because you're trying to get snow.
Cool Runnings, the movie, the game.
No.
It's not 1080.
No.
What other winter themed game? It's not an Olympics game.
Nope.
Oh, it's that. Oh, damn it. Snowboard Kids.
Yes.
Wow.
It's
Snowboard
that
Wow.
jingle, man. It's that
I-
jingle.
64.
Did everybody just like we all witnessed
Sorry. Listen, you got to
Oh
pick
my
apart
gosh.
songs. If you're going for a winter song, you have two options. You have a jingle or you have the gong bell.
Here
It
comes,
has to have that.
here comes one from Andy the Zombie. Just let me, in case it's loud.
We're on a train. Oh. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. Now here's the great part. I don't know why I know this. Oh, I know it now. Wave race.
It is Wave Race.
So there is no
64.
train.
No
And it
train.
came
no.
to us from Andy the Zombie.
I mean, that sounds like a train, doesn't it?
I mean, I was gonna say it's the Subway Jazz Club.
It's a good song.
Boy, would I be wrong?
All
See, now
right.
I can pick that apart.
And our last song for the day,
Looks like it's gonna rain.
yeah, it's gonna pour, I think, comes to us from Autumnal Blake.
Fine. Well, I mean, I don't know. Let me listen to it a bit. I totally know. This is the final level. Well, it was the final level in this
Reach for
game.
the summit.
If you have a Switch and you haven't played this game, you're trash. One of the best games on Switch, without a doubt. No question. Fantastic composer. Amazing game. Oh. Getting goosebumps. I love this song, man. I love all the music in this game. The 9th chapter for this game is out now, and I haven't had time to play it. I do love Undertale. Good guess.
Oh, I said Undertale. Sorry, that was a far one.
Fits all the things I said too.
Yeah.
This is Celeste.
It is Celeste.
Yes, the 9th chapter, Farewell, is out now as DLC for free. It adds in 100 new screens, I believe they said, and it's roughly 2 hours of content for free.
Okay, so you did not get Wario
For free.
Land, right?
There's a pool in the back.
I didn't get what?
You didn't get Wario
No,
Land.
I didn't
Alright,
get
keep track
Wario
of this.
Land.
So that's one.
I think we got them all.
You did not get Conquer.
That is correct.
Did you get Gun Smoke?
No.
I think that's all that you didn't get.
Okay, so we got 6, 7. I mean,
I think you got 7.
I didn't.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm very proud of Snowboard Kids. Thank you. Picked up on that jingle. Stick around
job.
for the after show where we'll talk about whatever. But thanks for staying for this super-sized edition of the Go Nintendo podcast. There was a lot to talk about. Serious stuff, funny stuff, existential questions. And in the after show, I don't know what we'll talk about. Hi, Robot Face, who just stopped in now. Thanks for joining, Robot Face. And that's the end of our show with Robot Face's arrival. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. September.
Okay, after show. Whatever questions you want.
I'm gonna
Thank
have
you.
a donut.
Extras. Go get one of those donuts. Show the podcast.
They're
watchers.
gone.
Thank you to the dedicated Discord fans. I really appreciate it. I know it is not the best setup, but boy, wow. Today, you guys have really gone out of your way to make it a fun time in there. Also, all the GIFs, BagelNet especially, thank you for the GIFs. Pictures and GIFs when we're talking about things, it makes it so much more better. So much more better.
Yeah.
It's good. Time for a nappy? Need a little nappy? Yeah, a rough day? Had a lot of running. You bought some incense today. It's been a rough day. Need a little snacky maybe? A little piece of cake?
I need so many snacks.
You're gonna say so many sleeps.
And our refrigerator is so empty.
How empty is it?
It's so empty that you should go grocery shopping.
Colma, you're not trash, damn it. Just BagelNet always specializes in gifts, usually bagel-related gifts.
Didn't
But
somebody put a picture of the donuts up there?
I love
Yeah.
a bagel.
Yeah. See, I
Tom Blake took a screen cap of you and put it in a chat, and it's amazing.
So,
Let me see.
if
You're
anybody
gonna have
wants
to-
to know, the ones that we were talking about earlier that are cream filled look like this, but they have either white or brown lines.
Here,
on them.
look.
The
What
white
do you-
ones
I
have
can't
maybe
move it.
cream inside. Or
Here, hold on.
chocolate cream.
No, just come around.
They're called original because that's the Krispy
Come
Kreme
around.
original cream filled original. And I'm gonna have this chocolate glaze.
You're doing like a wrestling pose, like the. Can I have? I need a plate though for my beard
Plate and a fork.
and a knife.
Knife?
Colma, you're
Here.
you're not trash. I gotta take the Homer Simpson one. Homer Simpson. Yes.
Pink with sprinkles. Pink with spranks.
You know, Krispy Kremes have a wide hole.
Tim Hortons. The first one tastes good.
Nobody likes that. Get up to the microphone. Give us a nice. There you go.
Tim Horton. The first one tastes good, and all of them after that taste like plastic. That's
This
the
seems to be
truth.
something that is with women, because the
Give me
men,
a donut.
the
A
men,
plain.
Yeah,
just
I
a
know.
classic. I just need a classic donut.
the men disagreed with that.
Mm,
Hey, Nikki Hill, I put one of these plates in the microwave. That was a bad
like
idea.
everywhere. It was a terrible idea.
I wasn't even thinking.
Look
Like
at the
I
bottom
was.
of that plate for the record.
I put this plate in the microwave just because ran out of paper plates and I was heating up a piece of pizza.
Show
And
at the bottom.
I put it in there, not thinking. And like 2 seconds in, I hear like, and I look over and there's like arcs shooting in the microwave.
I wouldn't think
Did-
it's
did I
actually metal.
We could put one in. I'll show you.
Uh-uh.
Did I eat the slice of pizza? Yes, I ate it,
Well,
but
okay.
it smelled bad.
A while ago
It was not even like 5 seconds, and it was like, it was lighting up.
a while ago for Christmas or your birthday, I wanted to get you a hot dog cooker. That all it has is a plug to plug in, and you put the hot dogs on spikes, and the spikes feed electricity through your hot dog, and that's how it cooks it.
I've
Like
seen
zaps
that.
from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds so dangerous.
Yes,
You're
roll face.
electrocuting hot dogs.
I believe their donut holes are extra wide. Yes, I do. Extra big. Did I get superpowers from my microwave mishap? I don't think so. I'm not sure.
It's so funny you say that because I saw those plates out the other day. And I thought to myself, do I have to remind him that it's not safe to put them in the microwave? And then I was like, no, it's all over the bottom of the plate.
Never even crossed. Never crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
Of
going to
course
look
he
at the
didn't.
bottom unless he's writing you a note.
That's right.
I'm taking the best screenshot
Of me?
of Nikki
Oh.
Hill eating.
Oh, man.
It's so good. You gotta come over and look at this.
You're not my friend.
It's so good. Oh man. Oh, now he's got one of me laughing. Look at that picture.
Boy.
I've never seen someone look so angry eating a donut. Like, here we go with this shit again. Gotta eat a donut.
Cactus donut.
I looked like I had a stroke mid-bite.
Oh man, that's good. Woo! This is what podcast's all about, baby. All right, that's it. The show's done exporting. Woo, thank you so much.
Everybody have a good week.
You guys have a great week. I'll see you next week. We'll have more spicy meme fun in the old Discord.
Please don't.
Thanks for watching. Gotta find a goddamn window for the thing to end it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I think we're still live. This takes a little while, but I clicked the button. We'll be
Butts. Vagina.
We could get marked explicit, you know.
Vagina is not explicit.
It's a bodily function.
A function.